on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit.
Fantasy Headliners Nation. Headliner Nation. Fantasy Headliners for the nation. I'm a headliner. I'm a headliner.
Yo. Analytics off the chain. All the channels not the same. Jake and Kyle, you know the name. Headliner Nation, we running the game. Y'all stuck on third down. Your content's plain Jane. Headliners on top now. We gonna move and change. Podcast off the rip. Draft guide, so legit. Fantasy world, our game tight. You know we about that chubb life. Stuck in a rut and you need some motivation. Head to the channel for this Headliner Nation.
I'm a headliner.
What is going on, everybody?
Kyle, it is championship weekend.
Championship weekend.
It is New Year's weekend.
New Year's weekend.
The
College
last
football playoff weekend.
That's right. The last stream of 2022 weekend. We got a lot going on, Kyle. There's a lot happening right now. A lot of people with a lot on the line.
Whew.
And I'm looking forward to hanging out here for a little bit with the nation, talking some football. Now, I have a feeling I'll probably be up a little bit too late tonight, Kyle. I'm leaving early in the morning tomorrow to drive. This probably isn't the greatest idea for me to be up all night live streaming, but you know what? It's what we do, Kyle. This is what we do for the people. We put them first during the season. But yeah, I'm looking forward to a great night, Kyle.
An amazing night. You know, if it's not championship weekend for you, maybe it's championship weekend. I don't know.
One of the two. I mean, I think everybody could be fit into either or category, right?
Either or.
I mean, it's two folders. We're all falling in one of them.
Briz! What up, Briz? Becoming a member for the 6th month. Thank you guys for all the hard work this year. Love seeing the growth as well. Are we going with Burrow or Fields this week? I don't know. Championship Sunday, man. I know it's the Lions, but we didn't get those rushing yards from Fields last week.
No, I mean, 2 of the last 3 weeks have not been great. I think Fields is still the higher upside play, but if you're looking to be a little bit safer, maybe if you have some of that other higher upside at other positions, Joe Burrow's probably going to be in the safer category in what could be a very fun game to watch against them in Buffalo.
Woo! Trey becoming a member for the 5th month, and he just says D's nuts.
That's all he says. Now,
That's
if
all
you're
I
in
said.
Discord, you'll know what he's talking about.
Yep.
And it's 100% your fault to blame, Kyle.
Not my fault at all. Nope.
It's mostly your fault. It was you that told the story in Discord.
I did tell the story, but it was my son's fault.
That's right.
Markel Adams. Waddle or Mike Williams in a full PPR? I think in a full PPR, Waddle's probably going to be safest.
I agree. I mean, we had somebody earlier in the week says, I just can't start Jalen Waddle with Teddy B. All he does is lock on to Tyreek Hill, and that is so not true because in the last start that Teddy B played, Waddle had like 10 targets, 120 some receiving yards. I mean, I can't sit Jalen Waddle this week.
And like his strength.
Yak?
There's a big time echo when you talk. Like how big of an echo? There wasn't an echo last week. Jake, talk.
How about right now? How bad is my echo?
Is there a bad echo right now?
Echo.
Echo, 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 echo.
We're going to have to get you some earbuds, Kyle.
Well, someone said no echo. Nothing. No echo. A little echo. A tiny, tiny one. I don't even know. I don't even know what to tell you guys.
At this point, I don't know either.
I don't know if there is one or not at this point. Somebody else says yes, Echo, no Echo, no Echo. All right. Anyway. Dustin Kane becoming a member for the second month. Herbert or Purdy?
I mean, if Justin Herbert could throw a damn touchdown now and again, this wouldn't be even close. But he is just struggling finding the end zone because Austin Eckler steals everything once they get inside the 10-yard line. My biggest concern with Brock Purdy, though, is like, what happens if San Francisco gets a good lead against Las Vegas, who's basically thrown in the white towel, and then they rest Brock Purdy to make sure he's healthy for the playoffs? Like, that's what most.
It's, oh, Mac.
Mac bringing the fire at a baby lone boner. I don't even know if he's here to catch that.
Mac
Somebody clip that and send it to
Ethan. Doesn't want Kenny Pickett to be their quarterback anymore.
That's right. That's right. But, I mean, honestly, I think Purdy's probably a little bit safer. Justin Herbert's going to have a higher ceiling. It's just a little bit more risky.
I'm going to move my mic a little bit. Maybe
wherever you want to move it.
Right here.
Okay.
Anyway, and then for the flex, Pickens, People-Jones, Chark, or Dobbins?
Pickens, Peoples-Jones, Chark, or Dobbins? Man, I don't know if there's one set person to pick there. I mean, you have the upside of Pickens in a game with Pickett, DPJ in a matchup to where he doesn't have to overly worry about weather like in the past. Chark, who's just been on fire as of late, catching dem balls deep. And then Dobbins, whose usage has been up and down because last week they committed to Gus Edwards. So that's kind of what has me a little bit confused. I'm probably leaning towards Donovan Peoples-Jones just by a hair because you get a little bit of that big play upside while still not sacrificing a ton of targets.
Dustin says he's a headliner for life. Thanks, Dustin. Appreciate it. Ricky. John Cena or Roman Reigns tonight on SmackDown? Cena's the only name of the two that I recognize. So I'm just going to say Cena.
I know Roman Reigns. I mean, he's the guy that's got all like the tattoos and stuff. Kind of, he's like Baby Rock out there. If I had to get, isn't John Cena like way old? Like he's about to break a hip, I think. I'm going to go with Roman Reigns.
John Cena is old or like out of shape, then I don't know what that makes me, but
he's not out of shape. He's not out of shape, but I got to Google it. How old is it? Just feels like he's been around forever. Now, I haven't followed it since I was like way younger. He's 45, Kyle. He's older than me.
Oh my gosh.
He's got old balls, Kyle.
Holy crap.
See what I mean? So, I mean, coming off the top rope or something could break a hip. You never know.
Oh,
Just
man.
saying.
All right. Well, I'm still going to go with John Cena anyway.
Yep.
Asen Ramirez for the flex in a full PPR. Zay Jones, Freeman, Herbert, or Dotson. I mean, if it's a full PPR, I'm leaning Zay Jones here.
Yes, only because I'm not starting Royce Freeman. I'm not starting Khalil Herbert. Dotson, I like, but he's very big play dependent. Zay Jones kind of has a little bit of best of both worlds, so I agree with that in a full PPR.
Anna, the reason that the flag is offline is because I think the flag is the reason for the buzzing noise on the gaming stream. So I've unplugged it, and I'm trying to figure out how to make it work, but I am not going to be able to keep it where it's at.
Gonna have to move that flag, Kyle. Can you put it in your lap?
Don't tell me lies. Do not tell me lies.
I want you to put it in your lap so like it just pops up during the stream.
That's what I said last week.
Yeah, I know. That's what I want you to do. She doesn't believe you, though.
It is. It's unplugged. It's right there.
She can't see that.
It's right there.
It's with my Echo.
Chris all in. Yeah, it's down there with the Echo. Chris all in a full PPR. We got Sturt, 2 running backs, 1 wide receiver, and a flex. For the running backs, we got to pick 2 from Fournette, Brian Robinson, Joe Mixon, Tyler Algier, Zonovan Knight. Well, man, is it really weird that I want to start Robinson and Algier both?
No, because I was just going to say that with Antonio Gibson out, I already loved Brian Robinson as is. Now that there's no Antonio Gibson, I really love some Brian Robinson. I have Brian Robinson now all the way up to running back. Actually, he's 14, running back 14. So, yeah, I love me some Brian Robinson this week. He's definitely going to be one. Being that it's a full PPR, Fournette's a guy that had, 29 touches last week. I know he's banged up a little bit, but they're still struggling in that offense. Somebody that can go out there and get you eight receptions just in that. I have a feeling in a full PPR, I'm probably leaning a little bit more towards Fournette and Robinson, even though I hate to sit Mixon.
And then for the wide receiver position, we just need to start one. Drake London, DJ Chark, Mike Evans, and Gabe Davis. Your highest upside, I believe, is going to be Gabe Davis. Your safest bet is probably Mike Evans.
And that's the thing, is the floor is probably Mike Evans.
Mm-hmm.
The ceiling just has not been there whatsoever.
No.
If it's me, I'm probably gambling personally, and I'm hoping for a shootout in the Buffalo-Cincinnati game. So I'm going to go with Gabe Davis as the guy that could get that big-time touchdown. Maybe he doesn't rack up a lot of receptions, but I could definitely see one of those days for Gabe Davis where he's got 4 receptions for like 96 yards and 2 touchdowns. Like that's a potential possibility in this matchup.
All right, so since your 2 running backs were Robinson and Fournette, Mixon or Algier at the flex?
I think if you want to play it safer, it's Algier going up against Arizona, who's just decimated all over the place. Yeah, that's probably a safer play. If you wanted to gamble, it's Mixon. Being that you're already gambling with Davis, I probably play it a little bit safer with Algier.
And then the Chiefs or the Giants defense, I have got...
Let me look.
The Chiefs at number 2 facing Denver. I lost connection to the server. Refresh the page.
Weird. But what's crazy is, man, the Giants, they're going against Indianapolis, and Nick Foles looks like a 3rd grader out there throwing a football right now. And that is worrisome to me. Did I just see... We just had 50 gifted memberships from Kalafa. Kalafa dropping
Holy crap.
50 bomb. Y'all out there better be thanking that man right now for a ginormous...
I need a hashtag King Kalafa in the chat.
Did you do that right? Palms out.
I don't care.
Okay.
Anna doesn't have any jurisdiction over my finger motion.
I got you. Wow, look at all those gifted memberships going out there. Make sure you tell him thank you very much. Kalafa, man, appreciate that, paying it forward right there. Back to the question real quick. Personally, I probably think the Giants defense is a little bit safer, the higher upside with the Chiefs because they got more playmakers.
I don't even know where I'm at right now.
We are at Keontae Holland, who's becoming a member for the 3rd month. Says championship week, baby. Jake and Kyle, thanks for all the help. Need to start 2 in a full PPR. We got Olave, Mike Williams, Zay Jones, and then for tight end, Waller or Knox. So for the 2 in a full PPR, we got Olave, Mike Will, and Zay Jones. With Olave banged up, a lot of the drama going on in New Orleans, I kind of feel led a little bit to go Mike Williams and Zay Jones for those 2 options. And then for tight end between Waller or Knox, do I really want to trust Darren Waller with Jarrett Stidham as his quarterback? Even though I don't love Knox, I probably lean that way just a little bit.
All right, that was Keontae Holland.
Yep.
Chris All in a full PPR. Well, he wants to know about a kicker, so it doesn't matter. Carlson, Koo, Dicker, Gano, or Gold?
Koo Dicker. I like that. Right in the Koo Dicker. Honestly,
where are my kicker rankings? They're gone.
I kind of still like Daniel Carlson for the fact that they're probably not going to get much past the 40, and dude's probably going to be bombing 50-yarders the entire game. Like, that's where I don't mind it, but honestly, he has yet to steer me wrong all year long. Dicker, the kicker, has just been somebody that's like super consistent, kicking indoors. I like Cameron Dicker.
Will, sign up to become a member. You click on that blue join button. Click on the
right
blue
below
join
the
button.
video. Yep.
Eric Aberin in my championship. I need some help. Full
Perfect.
PPR. Need 1 tight end and 1 flex at the tight end position. Go Dare or Muth. I've got Muth higher this week.
I don't mind either one of them. I like them both. Muth probably slightly safer.
And then for the flex, Isaiah Hodgins, Ricky James, Pickens, or Moss. I can tell you right now, it's not going to be Moss. That's for sure.
No, and I kind of feel like if you want to play
Who
it
is
safer,
Ricky James? That's Richie James, right?
It's Richie James.
Okay.
Yes, I think if you want to play it safer, it's probably Hodgins. If you want to gamble for a higher touchdown upside, it's probably Pickens. Hodgins being a little bit safer, though.
See, for me, I think Pickens gets more targets. I think Hodgins is more touchdown dependent.
Well, depends if you want to listen to you or me then. Team Jake, Team Kyle.
Just because Kenny Pickens loves him.
Kenny Pickett.
George Pickens.
Pickett loves Pickens.
Lit Nick! The legend
Kyle.
himself coming into the chat, dropping a 10 gifted membership.
We've been streaming for 16 minutes and already have 60 gifted members. And I don't
50
think
coming from the king himself, Khalifa.
Khalifa himself, 100%. But what's crazy is like the season is ending, but I don't think a lot of members realize what they're in store for the offseason. So many opportunities this offseason. The members are going to dictate what type of content they see on this channel. Like, we're going to open things up to members a lot to say, all right, what topics do you want to see in videos? What players do you want us to include? What do you want to see in a video? Like, we're going to start giving a lot of that, ability to the members. So even though the season is ending, you guys are gifted for a month here, which is amazing.
I never recommended a move to bench Dalton Schultz over Conklin. I had Conklin a little bit higher in my rankings this week, but I didn't tell you, hey, I recommend that you bench Dalton Schultz. So, yeah. I mean, why should you have faith in Conklin? I don't know. Maybe you should have listened to the video where I told you why I had Conklin a little bit higher than Schultz.
Yeah. I mean, the whole issue is people want to look at the games after the fact and be like, why didn't you tell? We talked about
guarantee that if I had Dalton Schultz inside the top 5 tight ends, I would have gotten shit for it all week long. I guarantee every dollar in my bank account.
Yeah, it's one of those things where the guy had 3 touchdowns all year long, has his best game of the year, and everybody acts like it's been happening for 16 weeks. It's just not the case.
Yeah,
it happens. That's why it's called fantasy football. Like, if everybody expected and knew exactly when players were going to pop off like that, it wouldn't be any fun to play the game.
Yep, 100%. Andrew Knight, love from Las Vegas. Can't believe I'm asking this, but Josh Jacobs, DJ Moore, or Jacoby Myers in the flex. Based on those, I don't think I could go with anybody other than Josh Jacobs.
I mean, I hate it for Josh Jacobs, the way that this has come down to Las Vegas, but given the other options, I still feel like I'm hoping that with Stidham under center that Jacobs gets 20-some plus touches and that he can just find the end zone.
Emerson, Pollard wasn't ruled out until before the game. Our rankings were already out for the week.
Yeah, exactly.
So did you want me to see the future? Did you want me to be able to tell you that Pollard is going to be ruled out? Because the probability of Pollard being ruled out didn't even come until after our rankings were out. So I don't know what to tell you.
Yep.
So.
Briz, that's just a YouTube thing. I don't know why. Sometimes they allow it on certain devices and not on others.
They're weird.
Yeah.
Trojan 3659 becoming a member for the 15th month.
Bam.
Need a wide receiver too. Lazard, DJ Moore, Judy, or Gabe Davis. If Christian Watson is out, Lazard is probably your safest bet in that matchup against Minnesota. That upside goes to Gabe Davis. If Christian Watson plays, then I don't even consider Lazard really at that point over Gabe Davis. I go with Gabe Davis.
Yep, I 100% agree with that. If we don't have Christian Watson, then Lazard is the guy. That's a must-win
running
game for
back
the Packers.
2. Stevenson, Pacheco, or David Montgomery.
Man, I mean, it's like it should just be Ramondre Stevenson, but now we know Damian Harris is fully healthy and back. How much of a role is he going to have? More riskier than maybe an Isaiah Pacheco for sure, but the ceiling is still crazy high, right? The ceiling is matchup winning for Stevenson. I don't know if I can say that about Pacheco because we haven't seen it yet. I'm still gambling with Stevenson.
And then now we need to pick one of the people that we did not pick to be the flex. This is where, if you want to play it safe, it's probably Pacheco.
Probably.
But he doesn't have that much upside.
Neither does David Montgomery, I don't think, in that matchup with Khalil Herbert and Justin Fields running as well.
Yep.
I mean, I think if you want to play it safe, it's Pacheco. At that point, if you want to gamble, you could say DJ Moore against a banged-up secondary against Tampa Bay and just hope that the hot streak can continue.
Did I have Thielen in my rankings? No, he was not in my top 36 this week. Also didn't have him as a start last week.
Mm-hmm.
Manny with the 5-bomb. Full PPR, Watson or Waddle? If Christian Watson plays, it's Christian Watson if you want upside. If you want upside.
Yep. And as of right now, though, being that we don't know, I'm still leaning Waddle a little bit.
Yes. Yep. Still leaning Waddle. And then benching David Montgomery for Algier. Yes. I am.
I'll start Algier this week for sure. I mean, he's got a lot better matchup going up against Arizona.
Avery Dunn. And a PPR, 2 running backs and a flex. Mixon, Kamara, B-Rob, and Akers.
Oh,
Brian Robinson is one of them.
Yes. Brian Robinson is one.
If we want to play it safe, is it B-Rob, Mixon, and Akers? And then if you want upside, B-Rob, Mixon, Kamara?
Yes. I mean, the problem with Kamara is like how pissed off he is at the Saints organization right now. And what is that going to translate to into touches this week in a difficult matchup against Philadelphia? There's just more unknown there. I mean, but he's going to be the only show in town for the most part. So that's where it gets a little bit iffy. I think if you want to play it safer, you go Mixon, B-Rob, Akers. If you want to gamble for the higher ceiling, it would probably be Kamara, B-Rob, and Akers.
Kendall LaFavor with the 20-bomb. Kendall, appreciate you. Just because y'all are amazing, and Happy New Year, Kendall.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you so much. Jacob Bombard, going for championship. Have to choose 2. Pittman, Algier, Kirk, Lazard, or Goddard. Thanks for all of your guys' help this season. So we're picking 2 from Pittman, Algier, Kirk, Lazard, or Goddard. If Christian Watson is out of all these choices here, I would pick Lazard and Algier.
I agree.
If Christian Watson plays, I would pick Algier and Kirk.
And Christian Kirk. The part that worries me about Kirk is obviously it's not a necessity game for Jacksonville. I trust him a lot more than I would Lazard with Christian Watson and Pittman having Nick Foles throw it to him. I don't mind Goddard. I don't know who your actual tight end is this week. I think Goddard's still a pretty solid play, just depending on who else you have over him right now.
Sergio Avila with the 5-bomb. Sergio, appreciate you. I scrolled. Hold on. Going back. Blendo, 89. Yo, Jake and Kyle. Dotson, Dobbs, Cooks, Zay Jones, and Metcalf. Pick 2. Dotson, Dobbs, Cooks, Zay Jones, and Metcalf. If we want the upside here. Oh, yep. Thank you for the help. I'm an underdog and need upside. The Hail Mary.
Yep. DK
if
Metcalf's
there's no Christian Watson, my upside play here is Dobbs.
But,
and then if you want even more upside on top of that, I'd probably go with Metcalf.
And you need 2 of them anyway. So Metcalf, I think, is one of them.
Yep.
And then if Watson does play, Jahan Dotson's probably the next guy with that big play upside that can get you some big points with minimal receptions. Dotson and Metcalf may be those options.
Anna wants to know if I use Just for Men because my beard doesn't look as gray as normal. No.
You still got the gray patch. If you did do it, there would be no reason for you to leave this little section. I do notice how much thicker it is, like here down.
Yeah, it's super thick in here right now.
And maybe it's just the lighting, but it looks like it's 2 different beards.
What's that mean?
I don't know. It's like it's from here down, it's really dark and bushy, and then from then up, it's thin and lighter. Like
because this is still kind of growing in. Because this
upper
is
beard
a lot
looks like my bald
here.
spot, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, this is a lot lighter, like through here.
Yeah, that looks like the bald spot on my head right there. You just got one on your face.
That is not gray. Yes, it is gray. There is hair there. See?
It's debatable. Awkward. It's called patchy, Jake. I mean, people don't call my hairline patchy, Anna. Take the hats off.
It's coming back.
Slowly.
It is. It's coming a lot slower than I anticipated. That's what she said. With the 10-bomb, Jose Valenzuela. Happy New Year's, guys. Thanks for all the help. 6 points per passing touchdown. Minshew or Goff? I'm going Goff.
I'm going Goff at home. Home Goff is like another level. And home Goff coming off an embarrassing loss, I'm going to go with home Goff.
I have to move my thing so I can see all the way out. And then you need a wide receiver too, or I need 2 wide receivers in a standard league. Mike Evans, Zay Jones, Hollywood Brown, Judy, or Hodgins. So we need to pick 2 in a standard. Evans, Zay Jones, Hollywood Brown, Judy, or Hodgins.
I'm gambling. I'm just going with Evans and Zay Jones still.
Yep.
I don't want part of Marquise Hollywood Brown with David Blow as his quarterback.
Yep.
Judy's been banged up, and Hodgins is kind of, like you said, touchdown dependent.
Who was it 2 years ago? We said to sit David Blau on Thanksgiving Day and whoever his wide receiver was in the first play of the game.
It was a 75-yard play to Kenny Golladay.
Kenny Golladay, that's right.
And I got damn near death threats on Thanksgiving for that.
Yes, I forgot about that.
Yep, I haven't forgot about it. It's probably one of the worst Thanksgivings I've ever had.
Oh, I know. It was so bad that day. Oh, my gosh.
It was bad.
Whew. And then also Kamara or Mixon. Also, I forgot Kenny Golladay played for Detroit.
Yeah, back then. This is like the last pass he caught, I think.
Ever, not just last one.
I'm probably
Detroit.
still leaning Kamara. Last one ever. That's the last one he's caught, I think, ever. Was a 75-yard touchdown just to screw me over on Thanksgiving. But yeah, I'm probably still leaning towards Kamara by a hair.
Eric
Better
Ramirez, love y'all. Best advice. Need some help with my starting lineup in my championship game. NFL PPR, Cousins or Goff? This one's closer.
I like both. I have Goff 2 spots higher.
Ooh.
I have Goff as QB6 this week.
Ooh. I love it. As a Detroit fan, I love it. And then Davis or Chark? If that's Gabe Davis, I'm going Gabe Davis there. Chark might be a little safer, but I'm going Gabe Davis still.
I mean, I don't hate the stack right there of Goff and Chark. I don't hate it in a matchup where they could put up some big numbers through the air.
And then Jags D or Falcons D?
Honestly, I think they're both probably pretty safe. Man, do I really want to say the Falcons D in a championship game? I just don't know if I want to do that, but going against Arizona with David Blow.
Which D would you rather take?
I mean, I don't want the Atlanta D or the Jacksonville D. There's so many other cities that probably have better. I'm probably leaning towards Jacksonville and just hoping for the bigger playmakers to make a play.
And then Nick Wilby wants to know Eagles, Giants, or Jags D?
I like the Giants this week against Indianapolis. I mean, Nick Foles
we have him
did not
inside
look
our
good.
top 5 defenses.
Yeah, Nick Foles just did not look good at all. And not so much like he didn't understand what was going on. Like when he threw the football, it just didn't look good. It didn't the arm speed or the ball speed coming, it just did not. It looked like everything was in slow motion, and I don't know why. It was just not there.
Aiden, Sanders, Akers, Lockett, or Fournette as the flex and running back. If it's a full or a half PPR league, one of them is going to be Fournette, correct?
Yes.
So then the question is Sanders, Akers, or Lockett?
I have, with Lockett still like dealing with a injury to his hand, even if he plays,
he is still questionable as of right now.
Exactly, he's still questionable. So I'm leaning towards. I have Sanders and Fournette higher in any type of PPR scoring. If this is not PPR, if it's standard, then Sanders and Akers would be the way that I go.
Dave 424 with the 10 bomb. Dave, appreciate it. Sup guys? And in PPR, I have Burrow, Swift, Robinson, Allen, Metcalf, Andrews, Juju, Dotson, the Ravens defense, and on the bench, Chark, Najee Harris, Richie James, the Muth, Pickens, and the Giants D. Any changes? Honestly, I'm playing the Muth over Andrews. There's just been absolutely no upside with Mark Andrews as of recent. Pat Frymuth is the favorite target of Kenny Pickens. I go Muth over Andrews, and that really isn't that close for me.
I mean, honestly, I'm still kind contemplating Najee over DeAndre Swift too.
Yep, that's what I was going to say next.
Like that's my only other thing that I see. I think Najee
Who's
is
Robinson?
safer than Swift. It's got to be Brian Robinson.
Oh, okay.
So that's good, but I don't know if I want to bank on Swift. We know that we both love DeAndre Swift. We know what he is capable of. He could win you your matchup, but the usage is just so weird. I mean, like 5 touches a week ago. Now all of a sudden, we're sprinkling in other touches in this backfield. They're going to throw it a lot. I mean, I think if you want to gamble, it's Swift, but if you want to play it safer, it's Najee.
Also, I'm putting Chark in over Juju.
David Robinson, maybe. It could be. Maybe he's no longer playing basketball, and now he's like a 60-year-old running back in the NFL.
Got to give another shout out to my man Kalafa for the 50 gifted subs. Kalafa, appreciate you. Jalen Thompson in a full PPR. Who do I start at the flex? Mixon, B-Rob, or Christian Watson? B-Rob for me. Even if Christian Watson plays, I probably still go B-Rob.
I don't hate that right now.
I think
Brian
he's got
Robinson
really good upside, and he's safer.
He was getting 20-plus touches with Antonio Gibson, and now he's going against a defense that allows the top 5 most points to running backs. So I feel like B-Rob is just going to be safer.
Tyler Lockett is not good to go last time I checked.
He was still questionable. Now, he was trending towards playing, but he was still officially questionable.
The only thing I've seen is that he's questionable, but he did get some practice in today.
Yeah.
That's all I've seen.
They need him to play, right? This is like a must-win game for them. They need him out there. Wouldn't surprise me if he still does play, but does he get a full set of snaps? That's what worries me.
And is he just out there to try and keep 2 defenders off DK Metcalf?
DK Metcalf, yep. He's out there just running go routes the whole game.
Derek Preston, championship week in a full PPR, Komet or Goddard. Komet is higher upside. Goddard is a safer floor.
Yep, I'm going.
Last time Komet played, Detroit, he scored 2 touchdowns and had 74 receiving yards.
Yep.
Walter John McGowan with the 10 bomb. What up, Walter John?
What's
up, fellas? I have Godwin as my wide receiver 1, but Watson may be out. Should I play Gabe Davis or the Dobbs? If Christian Watson is out, I'm playing Dobbs.
I think Dobbs becomes safer at that point.
Mm-hmm.
I think he becomes a safer option because he's going to get targets. Now,
I think he has the same ceiling as Gabe Davis, to be honest, against Minnesota.
Potentially.
God, they suck in the secondary.
Yeah, they can't stop anybody in the secondary. So, I mean, I think Dobbs is probably your next safest bet.
Also, should I be concerned about Stevenson with Harris possibly playing? Keep banging.
First of all, love to bang. I mean, should you be concerned? I think you should be potentially concerned. It's not like Harris is just going to come in and take over the job. I mean, Ramondre has earned to be the number 1 in that backfield, so he's going to have a role. It's not like he's all of a sudden just buried, but is he going to get 20-plus touches? Maybe we see him down towards 15 and need to start relying a little bit more on the passing game than we have the past few weeks because he's been getting so much volume on the ground.
I'm leaning back a little bit and getting comfy.
A lean back.
Akeem Farnham with the dollar dono. Akeem, appreciate you. Derek Preston, I'm a little concerned with Herbert. Minshew, a good pivot.
Yep. I mean, if
you're
concerned,
looking for a little bit more upside.
If you're concerned, then, I mean, I don't mind Gardner Minshew. I love what Minshew brings to that offense in Philadelphia. He's not afraid to push the ball down the field. Like, he's not trying to just dink and dunk it down the field. So that ceiling is still, I don't mind Minshew whatsoever.
He's got confidence. That's his biggest thing, is he's just confident.
And he's also got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Dallas Goedert. That
true.
helps. That helps.
PPR question from Ricky with the 20 bomb. Question 1, should I start McKinnon, Akers, Mike Williams, or Fournette?
It says PPR. PPR probably the safer option. We know there's no Mecole Hardman, so all of a sudden I feel a little bit better about Jerick McKinnon, a little bit. Akers isn't really going to help you from a PPR standpoint, but has a good matchup against the Chargers. Mike Williams going against the Rams. Fournette banged up, but has been getting a ton of work here as of late. If I can only pick one of them, I think if you want to play it safer, it's Fournette. If you want to gamble, it's McKinnon.
Where are we at? Question 2. We got to start 3 from Mixon, Brian Robinson, George Pickens, Godwin, and Mike Williams. We know Brian Robinson is 1.
Yep, Godwin's going to be another. I'm not going to come off the Godwin bandwagon here. And then That leaves us Mixon, Pickens, Mike Williams. Safest
Mike
floor
Williams,
probably.
if you want more upside.
Yeah, I was gonna say safest floor is probably Mixon. The more upside is probably gonna be Mike Williams. The problem is we just aren't getting the touchdowns in LA, so that's the hard part.
And then question number 3: if Walker is a no-go, are we going McLaurin or Cam Akers? McLaurin has more upside for me.
And I'm guessing that's Kenneth Walker. And last I heard, Kenneth Walker should be good to go.
Boom. Ron. Well, another shout out to Litnick for the 10 gifted subs. Ron Gertiza with the 20 bomb. What up, Jake and Kyle? In a standard league championship Sunday, going for number 1. Devontae Adams has been disappointing the last 2 weeks with Carr. What is your advice with Stidham at quarterback? Is Adams a sit or a start? I still have him inside my top 12. They got to throw the ball to somebody. The upside that you've seen from him this year isn't going to be there, but he still could get 10 targets in this game.
How do I say this nicely? I would rather not, but I don't know if you're going to have better options with potential upside like an Adams has. So it's not like, and I say that for this reason. Adams has already come out and talked about how he didn't say it, but he's pissed off about the whole Derek Carr situation. Yeah, the only reason he chose the Raiders was because of Derek Carr. What does that translate to on the field? Now, I'm not going to say he's going to go out there and not try. It just puts a little bit of risk in my brain. And if you have somebody that's maybe safer, then I think about it. If you're just taking another shot in the dark, I'll take that shot in the dark with Adams over somebody else. But it just all depends who the options are. I don't love it as much as I would have even with Carr as the quarterback.
Josue, also known as Josu.
Josu, that's right.
What's up, guys? Need help picking a wide receiver in a full PPR league. Mike Evans, Allen Lazard, or Jahan Dotson. Thanks for the help this year. Josu out.
That's right.
If Christian Watson were to be out, Adam Lazard probably has your highest upside. Allen
Watson
Lazard.
out.
It says Adam.
And honestly, if Christian Watson were to play, as much as I absolutely hate it, I probably still go Mike Evans over Jahan Dotson.
Yep, I agree.
And I just
he's
like sit
84 yards away from having 9 straight seasons to begin a career with 1,000 receiving yards. I know for a fact that Brady knows that.
100%. And I mean, Brady's known for going out there making sure his guys hit all the numbers that they need to hit.
Yep.
It's been ugly as of late, but at some point a bigger game is going to happen, and I can't sit Mike Evans in a championship week knowing that those situations are out there. Plus, they're playing in a must-win game against a division opponent in Carolina. So I can't go against Evans over Dotson.
And not only that, but we wouldn't be having this conversation about Mike Evans being disappointing if it wasn't for like 4 penalties. Because 4 penalties have called back
and like 2 big drops.
At least 2 touchdowns and 1 huge play. And then he also had a big touchdown drop against the same Carolina team a few weeks back.
Yep, exactly. So, I mean, yeah, he makes those 3 or 4 catches. All of a sudden, we're not really talking about Mike Evans. He's just a weekly starter.
Blendo, 89, becoming a new member. Blendo, welcome into the exclusive Headliner Nation family. Tyler T, would you start ETN over James Conner or CMC due to them having possible limited reps? Also, Judy over Adams in a PPR. I'm still going to go Adams over Judy.
Probably because Judy's banged up as well. He's not 100% healthy. Yeah. But Connor, ETN, CMC, honestly, all of them have the potential for seeing limited reps this week. Connor's been sick all week. CMC, they've already locked up their division. And ETN, this is a non-existent important game for Jacksonville. Technically, they all have those same concerns. I'm definitely still starting Christian McCaffrey. I'm not going to sit him in my championship game. And then as for ETN and James Conner, technically right now I have James Conner a little bit higher. I have James Conner at running back 4 right now, just because David Blow ain't probably going to push the ball down the field much.
Boom, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it right here. Mario Chavez becoming a member for the 9th month in a full PPR. Need a quarterback, a flex, and a defense. Minshew or Mike White. I'm going Minshew.
I am too. Mike White is 1 sack away from those ribs just like bursting.
Exploding into
I don't
dust.
want to go into a game with that risk.
Dotson or Mike Williams? Still going Mike Williams.
Yep.
Jags or Giants? I think we got the Giants higher, right?
Yep.
Boom. Going for my first championship this year. Thanks, guys. Mario! Bring it home, baby. Deshaun with the 5 bomb. Start 1 in a full PPR flex. Jacobs, Cooks, Rashad White, Waller, or that big Dortch energy. Already have Lenny and Aaron Jones. Leaning Dortch with the Hopkins injury.
Yep. I mean, that I understand Dortch being the option,
But they still have Marquise Brown.
Exactly. And the problem is Dortch saw a lot of work with Trace McSorley. This isn't Trace McSorley again. And that's like, it's like completely wiped the slate. What's he really going to be looking for? I would have said Rashad White until you told me you were already starting Leonard Fournette. I think this is one of those situations where I just gamble and go Josh Jacobs and hope for the best.
Who would you rather lose your week with? Greg Dortch or Josh Jacobs?
Kind of that's
how I look at it. Like, listen, this is championship week. Let me stand up here on a soapbox super quick, and then I'll get right back down and we'll get back to answering questions. The decisions you make this week are going to stick with you for the rest of the off season. Everything you do this week, you are going to be, if you lose, second guessing yourself for the next few months. All right. So yes, we obviously want to win. Okay. But with that being said, if we really have these calls where it's like anything could happen, I would be able to make it through the rest of the offseason knowing, hey, I lost with Josh Jacobs in my lineup over, oh my God, I lost with Greg Dortch in my lineup.
I'm the dude that started Greg Dortch over Josh Jacobs, and Jacobs scored 30. Like, that's where it could happen. You know, that's the hard part. And personally, I'm gonna start my studs in a week like this. Niners out there wondering how he got a membership. He was gifted one. He says, God bless them. Absolutely, Niners. You were a lucky one chosen by YouTube. Do you know how they actually pick? And I'm pretty sure you know this, Kyle. It's kind of like a rhetorical question. Like, do you know the best way to better your chances of getting a gifted membership is commenting in live streams on YouTube videos, and then also liking and leaving comments on regular videos? YouTube sees that, and they recognize that you're somebody that's active in this community, and usually those people are the ones that are towards the top of the list to try to get those memberships, because we don't control it.
So quick thing here.
Okay.
Colt McCoy is out this week. But It's David Blow, right?
Yeah.
It's David Blow. Okay.
Yes.
Because someone said it was Trace McSorley.
Yeah, they're going David
Colt
Blow.
McCoy is out,
yeah,
but it's David Blow. I just wanted to make sure. Yes. Okay.
Gonna blow it. Yep.
We were literally talking about it a little bit ago, too.
Yes.
No Trace McSorley.
That's right.
Jake, you want to let it roll a little bit here? Not flow. This isn't a flow. Do you want to?
Okay, I'll let it roll. I'll let it roll.
All right, here. I'm gonna read them. You're gonna tell the people what to do.
Okay.
Ricky with the 10 bomb. Shout out to you guys last week. Starting Chasem Hill via Kyle worked, and Jake telling me to start McKinnon over Mike Williams worked, even though it was 1.2 points. The playoff that can make a difference in the playoffs. Ricky, glad it worked out for you. Angel Rodriguez. Need one wide receiver, 2. Zay Jones, Allen Lazard, or Jacoby Myers?
It's going to be Allen Lazard if Christian Watson is out. If Watson plays, then I'm going to go to Zay Jones.
And then are we flexing Jerick McKinnon, DeAndre Swift, or David Njoku for the chip, baby?
I'm going with Jerick McKinnon at that point.
Boom. Ricky with the 5 bomb. Are you guys doing a headliner meetup this summer? I know you guys did a Canton a couple of years back. Ricky, we'll wrap back around to that in a few minutes when we get through more questions. Remind us, Ricky. Brian Mason becoming a member for the 3rd month. Brian, welcome back to the exclusive Headliner Nation family. Dog's Breakfast. Hello, Binky Bros. Started Schultz, Lamb, and the Cowboys D. Let's get that gold. Algier Pacheco in a full PPR, and Carlson or Badgley for kicker. So Algier or Pacheco in a full PPR?
Neither one of them are very much into the PPR category, so give me Algier as a safer play.
Carlson or Badgley?
I'm just going to stick with Carlson in hopes that they get stuck on the 35 every single time, and he kicks 5 50-yarders.
Jonas Fisher becoming a member for the second straight month. Hey guys, I need a wide receiver 2 and a flex. Options are Keenan Allen, Godwin, McKinnon, Pacheco, Fournette, and DJ Moore. Love the content. Greetings from Germany. Jonas from across the pond. Appreciate you hopping in tonight. Keenan Allen is my highest ranked wide receiver here.
Yep, I agree. And I think if you want to play it the next safest, it would probably be Godwin at your flex. If you want to gamble for the higher upside, it's Jerick McKinnon. If it's me personally, I'm probably going Allen and Godwin.
Tim Menzies becoming a member for the 4th month. Need a flex. D-Hop, Najee, or Mike Evan. Forehead kisses for the championship. Forehead kisses.
I think if you want to play it safer, it's Najee. If you're willing to gamble a little bit, then I'm going with Mike Evans.
Jen Stahl. Started 2-5, finished 8-6. I don't even know how many comments like that we see weekly right now. And now in my final state, true to the process and listen to you all season. Thank you. Juju or Olave, if good, for the flex. Is Olave, have they made a decision yet?
I think he's still questionable, so I'm still leaning towards Juju as of right now. In a matchup going up against Denver, he had a decent matchup against them. Now we know that there's no Mecole Hardman for sure. I'm leaning Juju.
Yeah, Chris Olave. It looks like he's going to be a game time decision probably. Yep. That's part of the issue doing these shows on Friday with no games on Saturdays is we're still waiting for some information to come out.
Yep. Right now, I still feel like Juju's probably safer.
Yeah, Jesse Blake, 12-2 in my $100 buy-in 10-man PPR league. I'll win $1K. Who you all got? Terry McLaurin, Mike Williams, or Jerry Jeudy as my wide receiver 2, playing Jay Jettas as my wide receiver 1. I think I have Williams a little higher than McLaurin, but it's not much.
I mean, that's probably one of those things where I gamble. I mean, McLaurin has a tougher matchup, but I'm probably going to go with McLaurin because he needs less volume. I mean, the big plays are happening in Washington. Even though it's Carson Wentz, I'm leaning towards McLaurin again.
That's my concern with McLaurin this week is that Dotson 4 touchdowns in 4 games to start the season. He was a little bit of a bigger play opportunity for where it was McLaurin was like dependent on more volume. So
yep.
Sergio Avila championship, no hurts. Daniel Jones or Brock Purdy?
Oh my gosh. For the first time in a long time, I have Daniel Jones as the higher ranked quarterback. Don't mind Brock Purdy, but Daniel Jones, the Giants are in a win-and-in scenario. They have to win at home against an Indianapolis team that we've seen give up big numbers in certain quarters. So I'm going with Daniel Jones.
Dante Turner sent a $2 donation. DeQuez Element, Dawson Knox or Hunter Henry? And I missed somebody. We'll go back in a second. Dawson Knox or Hunter Henry? I've got Dawson Knox higher because Hunter Henry hasn't even practiced for a majority of this week. He's been banged up. Mike Jones, pick one running back and one flex in a full PPR. Dante Foreman, Tyler Algier, and Dallas Goedert. Maybe people will hate me. I don't know. I'm not starting Foreman this week. They're not going to run the ball this week the way they did last week. It's not going to happen.
I don't love it either. And plus, you still have Chuba back there as somebody who's playing pretty freaking well. I'm going to go Algier and Goedert at the flex, especially since it's a PPR. Foreman's not going to really help you anymore in a PPR anyway, so give me the receptions for Goddard.
Caleb G in a standard league. We got to pick one running back and one wide receiver and one flex. So for the running backs, we got to go with Romandre, Algier, or Akers.
And we can only pick one of them.
One of them.
I think if you're willing to gamble, it's still Ramondre. Ramondre still has the highest ceiling. If you just say, hey, I want to play it a little bit safer, then it becomes Algier.
Wide receiver, Scary Terry, DK Metcalf, or Jahan Dotson. I barely have DK Metcalf in front of Scary Terry.
Yeah, I'm personally going with DK Metcalf.
In a standard league. And then flex. Yep. Pick one of these people for the flex.
One of the leftovers?
Yep.
I like that. Then I'm going to probably go with, if you went with Ramondre at your running back, then I'll flex Algier.
Thanks for my first chip run, Caleb. Bring the chip home. Nick Wilby, Lockett or Tyler Algier, and a full PPR if Lockett plays, because Lockett is not confirmed to be playing yet. Yep. Just keep that in mind.
I'm probably still feel a little bit safer about Algier because we don't know if, even if Lockett plays, is he more of a decoy? That's probably what worries me a little bit. But as of right now, in a full PPR, Lockett's going to have the higher ceiling, just a bigger gamble. The safer play is going to be Algier if you don't want to risk it.
Okay, hold on a second. We'll go back to these. Government divides. Why is nobody mentioning Knox is on the injury report for an injury? Not even mentioned. Do you know how many guys are on the injury report at this time of the season? And he's still practicing. He's just limited in practice. If he wasn't practicing, then absolutely, maybe there would be something where we would need to say, is he being... But everybody is on the injury report this time of the year. Everybody's banged up.
There's 17 games almost into a season.
Holy
Like, it
crap.
happens.
Dante Turner, need one. Jacoby, DK, or Richie James. This is DK for me.
That's
pretty
DK
easy.
still for me.
And then one running back, Jones, Pacheco, or Bam.
Jones. Is that Aaron Jones?
I would assume yes.
I mean, I'm still gambling with Aaron Jones. I mean, I know he's been limited. I know he's been banged up, but another must-win game for the Packers. He's the bigger play guy there. I'm going with Aaron Jones.
Brandon Hammond sent a donation, then retracted his message. If you've sent a donation, don't retract your message, people. Dirtbag forever. Dirtbag becoming a member for the 5th month. Charker Watson if he plays in a full PPR with bonuses. If he plays, it's Watson for me.
If he plays, it's Watson.
Yep.
Yep.
He plays on Monday night, though. What does that matter?
Cool.
He plays on Monday, and he's practicing on Thursday. He practiced today. Or Friday. Today's Friday.
Yeah.
He practiced today.
Yep.
People. Weird questions. Justine Garcia in a half PPR. I believe we have to pick 2. B-Rob,
believe.
Chubb, Moss, White, Algier, and Pacheco. I'm really thinking B-Rob and Algier, and then it's a different question after. So we'll stick with this one. Chubb, Moss, White, Algier, and Pacheco, and a half PPR.
Man. That's not Moss. It won't be White. So it's really between B-Rob, Chubb, Algier, and Pacheco. And this is one of those situations, Kyle, where you get into it like, do we want to sit Nick Chubb in championship weekend?
He'll go
I
off
understand
for
he hasn't been great, but
3
he's
touchdowns.
I understand he hasn't been great ever since Watson came back, but he's still rushing for 90 yards a game, so it's not like he's completely killing it, and the upside is still higher than that of like a Pacheco or an Algier. So personally, I'm still going B-Rob and Chubb there.
And then in a full PPR, we got to pick 3. McKinnon, Fournette, Akers, Monte, Ingram, Zay, and Chark. Fournette's going to be one of them, correct?
Yep.
Is McKinnon the other one?
Yep, probably.
And
in a
then
full
Zay
PPR.
Jones?
Which one we feel better about, Zay Jones or Evan Ingram? Honestly, Evan Ingram been seeing so much work lately. I don't know if I can not include him here in a full PPR.
Evan Ingram is probably safer. Zay Jones probably has more upside for me.
Yep. I mean, being that McKinnon is somewhat risky, I'm going McKinnon, Fournette. I'll play it safer with Ingram, but I don't hate Zay Jones either.
Devin Turner becoming a member for his 2nd straight month. Devin playing for my 3rd ship in 4 years. Yes. Sit one of Eckler, Dalvin, Waddle, Wilson, and Walker in a half PPR. I absolutely hate it, Jake. I feel like we got to set Eckler here. We don't know what's going to happen with him. The game means absolutely nothing.
Man, I mean, he practiced in full today. I just don't know.
He did practice in full today?
Yep. And that's why
I think we have to wait.
I mean, I don't know if I can sit Eckler knowing that he could literally have a limited role and still score 2 touchdowns. You know, that's the part that, like, the touchdowns are just so crazy. I can't sit a guy with, like, 16 touchdowns. So Eckler, Dalvin, and then it's between Waddle, Wilson, and Walker. I mean, I think if you wanted to play it safer, it's Waddle. If you're willing to risk it for a higher upside, it's Garrett Wilson, as long as Mike White can stay healthy for all 4 quarters.
Are we done with that question?
No.
No, we're
also
not.
has T-Law or Goff, and I have Goff higher than T-Law. And then Ingram or Komet, I'm going with Evan Ingram.
I have Ingram. These
Happy New
comments
Year.
crack me up. Josiah, feel really stupid for sitting Schultz for Komet. You feel really stupid for doing the right thing? Because I guarantee you, if I would have told you, again, Schultz over Komet last week, you probably would have laughed about it.
And what's crazy is I think a lot of people give up after Thursday night football. We see a lot of comments from people like, I'm screwed for the day. It's like,
my
it's for the
week's
week.
done. I lost my championship because I didn't play Dalton Schultz.
It's like one game. Like there's so much more left to go. People give up so quick nowadays. So quick. And then you never know. You have somebody that scores 30 that you weren't expecting for it, and then all of a sudden it doesn't really matter what your tight end did. It'll be okay, Kyle. They're there.
It's just it's funny because I don't know why you'd feel stupid about it. Schultz hasn't done anything for weeks. He's had one fantasy viable performance in the last 4 weeks. Hasn't scored in multiple weeks. And the last time Cole Kmet faced the Detroit Lions, he scored 2 touchdowns, had 74 receiving yards, and they give up the 3rd most fantasy points to opposing tight ends. You shouldn't feel stupid for doing something that made absolutely sense before the game. Yeah. The only reason you're feeling like this is because he scored 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, exactly. Dang right.
God.
Get you a Wab burger with some French fries, says Briz. All right, now we're at San Diego. My team in this Monday, flex, Burrow, Kamara, Connery, Sean Connery out there playing running back right now. Got Jefferson, Godwin, Ingram, Juju, Eagles. Need a kicker. Benches Lenny, Goddard, Watson. I don't know if this is a full PPR or not. If it's a full PPR, the safer option will be Lenny. The higher upside play becomes Christian Watson if he plays.
I read Derek's comment where it said Kyle dead on, easy to coach after a game, LOL. And I kept reading that because there was no commas, and I was like, is he saying I'm easy to coach after the game? Is he calling me easy? What's going on here? And then I realized, oh, Kyle, easy to coach after the game, LOL. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Josiah, that's fair. This is my first year, first chip, so still learning a little. Okay, so if this is your first year, then let's use this as a learning experience. All right?
Yeah.
Right.
This is fantasy football.
After Thursday night football.
I had somebody ask me earlier in a comment if they should be concerned because CeeDee Lamb didn't have a great game.
He either got you 10 or 15 fantasy points last night.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and I think we're to the point now where people are expecting everybody to score 25 a game. That's just not realistic.
He was 10 for 100, right?
Something like that. He had 15.5 half PPR points.
Oh, so he got you 20 in a full PPR.
Yeah. I mean, we can't be worried about stuff like that.
I want to slam my head in a door sometimes.
Sometimes I do. I agree. Or just like sometimes I think about doing it on stream into my desk and put myself in concussion protocol sometimes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not enough targets, only 24. Should have had 28, I guess.
Did we finish Sandy O's question?
Yes.
All right, I got off on it. Briz wants to know Knox or Hurst. I'm still going Knox over Hurst.
As of right now, yeah, neither one of them are 100% healthy anyway.
Workman, Waller, Higbee, or Njoku. I've got Waller the safest. I've got Higbee with the most upside. I probably lean Higbee over Waller this week if you need upside.
Yeah, especially since I'll take Baker over Stidham at this point.
Drake London, Pittman, or Hopkins if he plays. I'm okay with Drake London here.
I am too.
He might be the safest bet.
100%.
Thanks in forehead questions.
Forehead questions?
Or forehead kisses.
Those are weird.
I finished reading one sentence and started reading another at the same time. Dornage with the 10 bomb. Championship week. PPR 6-point touchdowns. 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex. Let's go. Goff or Cousin. We already did this. We were going with Goff, right?
Yeah, Goff is higher.
Fournette, Foreman, Knight, and Rashad White.
So we need 2 of these running backs. Already played Zeke. So maybe needs only 1 more.
Oh. So, yeah, I'm assuming 1 more then.
Then Fournette's going to be my next up on that list. And then 3 wide receivers out of Jetta Waddle.
This is easy for me. It's Jetta Waddle, St. Brown.
100%. And then 1 flex out of who's left. So that would be between Ayuk, Pittman, Foreman, Knight, Rashad White.
Well, we're
And
already playing Fournette, so I don't want to play Rashad White.
No, honestly, I think if we want to gamble for some higher upside, it's Ayuk. If you want to play it a little bit safer, it's Bam Knight, but the ceiling's pretty low.
I don't know why I'm excited for mock draft rankings this offseason. Hey, the offseason content is going to be amazing. And Ricky, I haven't forgot. We got to answer your question still about our plans for the offseason. Workman, Waller Hick. Oh, Jesus, that's the one we just did. Dornage, that's the one we just did, too.
That's
God,
the one we
I'm
just
drunk.
did.
Mike, take flight. Pick 2 in a PPR. Cooper, Akers, or Big Mike Williams. If you want the upside, it's Cooper and Mike Williams.
Yep, and if you
want
to
to mix and match, it's Mike Williams and Akers.
Yep.
Brian Allen, we're like synced tonight.
Yep, we're
like
on it.
We're just like right together.
We're damn near touching tips, Kyle.
Brian Alley Jr. becoming a member for the 15th month. PPR, Higbee or Andrews championship match. I'm going Higbee over Andrews.
How sad is it that we can't even take Mark Andrews in a championship match? That sucks.
2022 in a nutshell.
That's right.
Thanks, fellas, for a great year. You guys rock. Happy New Year's. Remember in 2020 when we were like, things couldn't get any crazier than this?
Yeah, and all of a sudden, like, look at this.
Then 2022 started drinking.
Hey, Google is wondering if we want to insert an ad right now, Kyle.
I say yes.
Should we insert an ad? You know how many? We only have 383 people watching right now and only 124 likes. If we can get to 175, no, you know what? 200 likes in the next minute or so. Otherwise, I'm going to insert an ad.
Ooh.
How about that?
Akeem. Farnham and a half PPR flex. Amari Cooper, Zay Jones, Jahan Dotson, or Richie James. If we're only picking one, probably go with Zay Jones.
I agree with that.
Also, someone dropped T-Law. Should I switch or stick with Gardner Minshew?
I mean, I have T-Law ranked higher than Minshew right now. I think if you want to play it safe, you can still roll with Minshew for sure. If you want to gamble for a higher upside, I have Trevor Lawrence higher this week. What are we looking at?
I love this. Hold on. Daniel, it's because we haven't gotten to you yet, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't stopped talking, Daniel.
We're
First come, first
probably
served.
20 minutes behind right now.
Ish.
Yeah.
15-ish.
The lunatic one. I love this content. I love this comment. Off-season content. How do you assess consistent versus early, mid, late Bing? I'm Bing purge. But I don't really understand that part of it. The only part I understand is season-long stats tell lies. Of course we know that. We're always telling people that.
I mean, that's kind of what we always say.
Always. A lunatic, I'm not sure if you're new here. If you are, glad that you're here. If you've never watched our off-season content before, definitely catch it. Because we absolutely... I mean, you won't find channels... Ladies and gentlemen that have been here for a while and watched our off-season content, how deep do we go?
Off-season greater than in-season, in my opinion. Off-season is no one can touch what we do in the off-season.
We whip that chalkboard out.
I even got a damn whiteboard this year, Kyle.
Whiteboard? I love it. I love a good whiteboard, man. Oh.
That's right.
God, that gets me hard. Wait, what? Did you say something?
Where are we at? Wow.
I can't. Oh, this season just needs to be done.
I can't take you anywhere.
I'm done with it. I'm wild. I don't remember. Are we on Austin Schweitzer now? 54-point lead. Opponent had Henry and Pollard. Oh, gosh. Dropped my bench and added every running back available.
No
mercy. Better luck next year. Knocko T's and P's.
That's right. T's and P's. At least this week you know what it means, Kyle.
Oh, my gosh. Ricky, start one. Algier and Mike Williams are mixing in a full PPR. Mike Williams, highest upside.
Yep. Safest
is Mixon
floor.
Really safer than Algier this week?
Probably not. Algier's probably still safer, and then somewhere in the middle is Mixon.
Yep. Galore. And a full PPR at the flex, Juju Algier or Lazard. If there is no Christian Watson, it's Lazard. If there is Christian Watson, it's Algier.
Okay.
Oh, agreeing. Okay, just want to make sure.
It scrolled on me, so I'm trying to find this.
Oh, Eric Haberin. Hurts owner, need one quarterback, Mike White or Bridgewater. Mike White's probably got more upside than Teddy Bridgewater, but
Bridgewater's probably safer.
he could get knocked in the ribs. We talked about this earlier, and his stuff would disintegrate.
Yeah, exactly. Last thing you want is for your stuff to disintegrate in a game.
Please send forehead kisses. Love you guys. Shout out to Nick Jacobson, please. Nick!
What up, Nick?
Suck it!
Nick Jacobson.
Oh, I mean, shout out, Nick. What's going on? Everyone always asks for the suck it's.
Yeah, you just kind of you had a flashback.
Forehead kisses.
What's up, Nick?
Byung W. Cho asked Jake and Kyle, any new project segments dropping this offseason? Oh, love that question. We're going to address that in a minute, though. Let's get through these questions.
Yep.
Everybody stick around. At the end of this, when we get caught up on Super Chats, we're going to talk about off-season plans, members-only content, what you guys can expect to see when January gets here. Jake, is that good? You want to chat for a few minutes with the nation about that?
Sure.
And there's only 400 of you, so you all get a sneak peek.
That's right.
So stick around.
You do need a forehead kiss emoji.
Oh, Jalen Thompson. So do I start Stevenson, Mixon, or go get Algier off waivers? What it do, Kyle? Stevenson's season has the highest upside still. Algier is going to be your safest bet.
Safest. Yep. I mean, I can't. I have a hard time sitting him right now.
Tips are right next to each other. Blendo 89, Zay Jones, Monty, or the Dobbs in the flex. If there's no Christian Watson for me, then it's Dobbs. If there is Christian Watson, it's Zay Jones.
Moving on.
Brandon Hammond. Jake, you can just take the night off. Go ahead and go to sleep. I know you got to leave early tomorrow morning. 2 quarterback PPR league. What 2 do I start? Minshew, Cousins, or Brady? We got Cousins the highest, Jake?
Minshew, Cousins, or Brady. Yes, Cousins is the highest.
Boom. For the flex and wide receiver 2, do I start Dylan, DPJ, Knight, Chark, Kirk, Hodgins, Slayton, or Shaheed? So for wide receiver 2, our safest bets here are probably going to be Chark and Hodgins. If we want more upside, Chark and Dylan. What do you think, Jake?
I don't want to forget about Christian Kirk. I mean, he could have one big play in there, too.
Oh, I forgot about Kirk.
You know what I mean? So I feel kind of a little bit safer with Chark or Kirk.
Ben Kahn with the 10 bomb.
We also need a flex, too.
Yeah, I already said. I gave 2 names.
Oh, you did? Okay. Just making sure.
A flex and a wide receiver, 2.
Got it.
Did you give 2 names?
I said Chark and Kirk.
Oh, okay.
See? There you go.
Nailed it.
Perfect. Nailed it.
Ben Kahn in a standard league, guys. I need to start 5 guys, 3 running backs, 2 wide receivers, or vice versa.
Just
so
5
really
guys.
You need to start 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a flex.
I think they're all flexes. Or maybe not.
No, because he has to start at least 2 at each position.
Okay, I got you.
So he has to go 3 and 2 or 2 and 3.
Okay.
So really it's 2 and 2 with a flex.
Got it.
All right. For the running back position, Eckler, Kamara, Najee, and Dobbins.
I'm still sticking with Eckler and Kamara.
For the running back position, JJ, absolutely, and Amon-Ra, absolutely. Those are locked in.
That was for the wide receiver position, though, not running back, but yes.
Oh, did I say running back again?
Yes, you did.
I'm drunk. And then also we got a flex one.
Out of Najee, Evans, or DK. I think if you want to play it a little bit safer, you go Evans. You want to gamble, then it's DK.
Boom. I have a good feeling about Evans. I don't know why. Also, Ravens D or Tampa D.
If I had to choose between those 2, it'll probably be the Tampa D.
Love this comment. Hey, you guys saved a 2-7 season to go undefeated to the chip. Best believe I'm sticking around for the offseason. We see so many comments like that.
That's right. They're everywhere.
That was Ben Kahn, right? Yes.
Yep.
Ricky's just and the biggest everybody with a little hashtag Ricky in the chat because this man is a paying member and could use the ticketing system in
Which he
Discord
does.
and is
Which he
still
does.
and which he does and
Yep.
is still out here dropping donos to help to support the channel. Ricky's a legend.
Yes, yes,
Starting
yes.
Falcons defense over the Chargers defense, facing the Rams. Baker Mayfield has been playing great in Los Angeles.
Over the Chargers defense. I don't mind it because, I mean, you got the Falcons defense going up against David Blow. So, I mean, I totally get where you're coming from there for sure.
Eric Wright in a full PPR, Brian Robinson or Travis Etienne? Do we go ahead and go with Brian Robinson? I mean, we know that he could be in for a really good week and just skip over the potential of Travis Etienne maybe sitting at some point.
I mean, I think if you just play it safe for Brian Robinson, Etienne's going to have to be that gamble at some point where you know that you going into it, he could get you 18 points, he could get you 5 points. You just got to know that going in. Brian Robinson's probably got that more steady pace.
Burrow, Barkley, Eckler, Adams, Waddle, Kittle, and the Jacksonville defense to go along with Brian Robinson then.
It's overall pretty solid right there with Burrow, Barkley, Eckler. Adams worries me, but outside of that, you got a stacked lineup.
Theron Blair with the 10 bomb with another comment that I absolutely love. Started 1-4 and now playing for a trophy, belt, and a championship ring. Please pick a flex and a kicker. Najee, Dillon, Sutton, or Foreman. Najee here, right?
Yes, for me, yes.
Who do we got higher, Gano or Butker? Probably Butker.
Butker. Right in the Butker.
Legendary with a silent J. Full PPR. Sutton or Myers for wide receiver 2.
And if full PPR, I'll go Myers just for the volume
I'll go Myers as well. And then the Eagles or New York. I don't know which New York.
If it's the Giants, I'm going with the Giants. If it's the Jets, then I'm going with Philly.
Lane King becoming a member for the 3rd month. Made the championship in 3 leagues. Headliner Nation, y'all rock, no question. Just wanted to say thanks for y'all's hard work. Lane, appreciate you. Jonathan Tapia becoming a member for the 2nd month. What?
100% Tapia.
Tapia. That's what I said.
No,
I just
Tapia.
enunciated more.
Yeah, okay.
Tapia. Tapia!
Yeah,
See, it's the same thing. I'm just louder and enunciating. See, just let me say it again. Tapia. Tapia! See, it's the eyes, too. Should I flex Watson, Williams, Dillon, or Judy in a full PPR? If Christian Watson plays, it's Christian Watson. If he doesn't, it's Mike Williams.
Yep, I agree with that.
Opponent had CD, so hoping for a decent upside. That's the same route that I'm going there.
Yep.
Epic Sam 11. No, son of a...
He says, who should be my wide receiver 2? Garrett Wilson, Devontae Smith, or Debo? Not Debo. He's not playing. So it's between Garrett Wilson and Devontae Smith.
I got Garrett Wilson higher with Mike White.
Yep. That's what I was going to say. With Mike White there, Garrett Wilson's going to have that higher ceiling. Devontae Smith may be slightly safer, higher ceiling to Wilson.
Ricky's D. Murray or White in the flex?
Latavius Murray or Rashad White in a half PPR. Give me Rashad White.
Jordan Thornton with the 10 bomb. Need help for the ship. Goff, Fields, or Cousins with the JJ stack?
I have Goff.
We have Goff highest, right?
No, Fields is actually technically highest.
Fields is higher.
Fields is the highest guy. If you want it safer, it's Goff, but Fields has the higher ceiling.
PPR need one. Lazard, Pacheco, or D-Hop. I'll probably go Lazard no matter what in a PPR league here.
In a PPR, I don't mind it.
And the Giants or 49ers defense to take it home.
Give me San Francisco's defense going up against the Las Vegas flag wavers.
Thank you.
They've totally given up in Las Vegas. What are you laughing at?
I wasn't anticipating that. Have you said that in your videos?
Yeah, I call them the white flag wavers in my videos.
I didn't hear it. Oh,
yeah,
man.
I'm like, they've given up. And
That's
Josh
so funny.
McDaniels is a horrible coach.
Oh, man. Ricky wants to know DJ Chark, DJ Moore, or McLaurin. I'm going McLaurin here in a full PPR.
Yes, I agree with that.
Red Hulk becoming a member for the 15th month. 2 leagues, 2 chip matchups. Thanks, Goats. Lazard or Deontay in a PPR. I'll still go Lazard here.
Yeah, probably. Deontay's just not the guy for Pickett.
And then B-Rob or JK. Give me a little B-Rob.
I'm going B-Rob there.
And then we got to pick 3 in a PPR. Swift, Algier, Jacoby Myers, Dillon, and the Dobbs. Algier is one of them, right?
Yeah, Algier will be 1.
Dobbs, if there is no Christian Watson, would be my 2nd.
And then, honestly, I think if you want to play it the safest, I probably lean A.J. Dillon with all the touchdowns he's scoring with Aaron Jones somewhat banged up. If you wanted to gamble for a higher ceiling, it would be DeAndre Swift.
If Christian Watson plays, go Jacoby Myers over the Dobbs, right?
Yes.
Boom. Epic Sam, who should be my tight end? Higbee, Njoku, or Everett? I got Higbee higher.
I love the targets he's seen here as of late.
Jake O'Neal becoming a member for the 3rd month. Bridgewater, Russ, Minshew, or Wentz. It's gut-wrenching. Minshew if we want upside.
No, I'm going Minshew probably regardless.
Boom. Keontae, we can only make fun of the people who allow us to make fun of them, and everyone is making fun of the Raiders.
I mean, they're kind of making fun of themselves by the decisions they're making.
Yeah, that was just stupid. That was
what they're doing is just
boneheaded.
I feel like they in their mind they feel like they're playing Madden. You know what I mean? Like they're just like out there winging it. Like this is just not how it's supposed to work for a team that had like playoff aspirations in a high-powered offense. They totally just crapped the bed. And that's on them. That's on the front office. That's on Josh McDaniels.
Yeah, it's on they hired a stupid head coach. Josh McDaniels is not a head coach. He's a good offensive coordinator.
Great coordinator, just not a head
not
coach.
A good head coach. Mm-hmm. Not a good head coach. Should not have been hired in the first place. That's not Derek Carr's responsibility.
Yep.
Danny Martinez in the championship, half PPR pick 2, flex 1. So I'm assuming we're picking 3 total. Evans, Godwin, Hopkins, Amon-Ra, St. Brown, and Akers. So I'm guessing we have to pick 2 wide receivers. I'm picking Godwin and Amon-Ra, St. Brown. And then we have to flex 1 from Evans, Hopkins, and Akers. Since we're already playing Godwin, Evans would probably have more upside. If you needed more upside, Akers probably safer.
Yep. I mean, I hate to start both Evans and Godwin, but if you need that added upside, that would be the time to do it.
Blendo 89 for the kicker position. Bass, Gano, Patterson, Crosby, or Matt Gay.
I'm just sticking with Bass and hoping for the shootout for the Buffalo Bills in the Bengals game.
Elite Yimmy 7, pick my team in a PPR. Mahomes. Yeah, obviously playing. Diggs and Jamar Chase, obviously playing. Brian Robinson, Kittle, Walker, Cooks, Foreman, Peoples-Jones. Here's the problem, Elite Yemi, and we will keep an eye out on the chat for you. Who are we picking? Like, how many for each position?
Okay, so we know you're starting Mahomes. You know that Diggs and Chase are your wide receivers. Your running backs out of the ones you have listed are going to be Brian Robinson and Kenneth Walker. The tight end will be Kittle. And then if we had to choose a flex out of everyone else, for me, it's probably going to be, if you want to play it safer, Donovan Peoples-Jones. If you wanted to gamble for the upside, it's Jahan Dotson. If that's not what you're looking for, just say it in the chat, and I'll look for it.
Cordell Smith with the $1 dono. Appreciate you, Cordell. Daniel Zamudio. Do you have a comment about how I said it wrong, Jake?
No, I don't. I think you're pretty damn close.
Let's go. Really need help with this one. In a full PPR, should I start DJ Moore or Zay Jones over Cooper and Tyler Algier over Nick Chubb? I've got Zay Jones over Cooper still this week. As far as your running,
I mean, this is one of those situations where if you sit Nick Chubb and you go Tyler Algier, and Tyler Algier has 20 carries for 81 yards and no touchdown, a decent game, but Nick Chubb scores 65 yards rushing and a touchdown and outscores Algier by 4 points, and you lose your championship game by 2 points. Like, how is that going to make you feel? You know, I mean, knowing that you I just can't sit my studs in a championship matchup. I just can't do it. I got to roll with Chubb over Algier still, even though I understand there's a ton of risk.
Nicole in a full PPR needs 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a flex. So for our 2 running backs, Mixon and Swift over Dillon.
I think Mixon and Dillon is safer than Mixon and Swift, but the higher upside is Mixon and Swift.
With it being full PPR?
Yes, because Dillon's still catching 4 or 5 passes a game.
Okay, just making sure.
Yep.
2 wide receivers, McLaurin, DJ Moore, Peoples-Jones, or Slayton. McLaurin and DJ Moore here for me. And then do we flex the 3rd running back?
I probably flex the 3rd running back then.
Zamudio said I said it right.
Yeah. See? I know that's why I didn't question you. It sounded right.
Zemalama ding dong.
That's right.
Don Watts with the 10 bomb. Thanks, headliners, for all the research and help this season. Made it to the championship. Only one position I'm not fully confident in a full PPR league, Swift or Jacoby Myers.
I mean, I think if you'd rather play it safer, it's Jacoby Myers for the amount of volume and targets he's going to see. Swift has that matchup winning potential, but it's just like, is he going to get 5 touches again? Like, we just don't know for sure. So he's a lot more of a gamble. I think if based on the rest of your lineup, if you're feeling pretty confident about it, I'm just rolling with Jacoby Myers and hoping for a solid day.
GG Cologne. 1 wide receiver, 2, and 1 flex and a half PPR. Chark, Dobbs, Dotson, London, Gabe Davis. Thanks, guys. I think the best mesh here is Gabe Davis and Drake London.
I think you get the safety of the targets of Drake London. You get the big play upside of Gabe Davis. I don't hate that.
Aaron Carlson in a full PPR, pick 1. D-Hop Watson, DJ Moore, or Deontay. It's Watson if he plays. If Watson doesn't play, I probably lean DJ Moore.
I agree with that. I just can't touch DeAndre Hopkins right now.
Kevin Durant. Lost Pollard and Derrick Henry. Need help. Need 1. Algier or James Cook? I'm going Algier.
Algier, yep.
3 wide receivers. Brown, Hopkins, Hodgins, Dobbs, and Juju. If Watson is out, it's going to be Hopkins, Dobbs.
That's
Hodgins
A.J. Brown.
Probably has a higher upside than Juju. If you want to play it safe, then go with Juju. If Christian Watson ends up playing, then Juju, Hodgins, and Hopkins.
I don't know if I could sit A.J. Brown, though. I mean, A.J. Brown has to be in there.
And that's Marquise Brown, isn't it?
I don't know. It just says Brown.
Oh, well, now I don't know because I was assuming Marquise Brown.
Oh.
Because I was assuming if you had A.J. Brown and you had these other guys, you're starting A.J. Brown. I didn't think they would be asking.
Maybe it is Hollywood Brown. Or I guess maybe it is for the wide.
It is A.J. Brown. So A.J. Brown's locked in.
Okay. Then that's A.J. Brown.
A.J. Brown and then
Dobbs,
Hopkins and Dobbs for me if Watson is out.
And me personally, I'll go Juju over Hopkins.
There we go.
That's because I hate my Arizona Cardinals right now.
And would you flex any of those over Waller?
Probably yes. Then I would go Hopkins over Waller. I agree with that.
Brad Booth there's the first one.
The 20 bomb.
The 20 bomb, member. The first 20-month membership. Brad. No better person to get it either. Brad's been here forever. Appreciate you, Brad. Week 17 is here. Keep the wins coming. Thanks for all your help, Jake and Kyle, with getting me here. Good luck, everyone. Brad, you got yourself here, but glad we could help along the way. Appreciate you. Thanks for being a member for 20 freaking months.
20 months. Wow.
Daniel Garza in a full PPR, pick 2 wide receivers in a flex. Hopkins, DJ Moore, Dobbs, Watson, Dotson, Mike Williams, and Josh Jacobs.
In a full PPR, 2 wide receivers and a flex.
I'm going Watson, Mike Williams, and Josh Jacobs and going YOLO.
Exactly. And if Watson doesn't play,
DJ Moore.
You're going with DJ Moore. Okay.
Boom.
Got it.
Multi-shitbags.
I mean, I could use a couple of those. Just for like those random things you have in certain rooms, just throw it all in one bag. You know what I mean?
14-team league, full PPR. Lost Pollard, have ETN, Moss, Murray to start at running back. I'm starting ETN over either of those guys.
100%. And if you need 2 of them, it would be ETN and Murray for me.
And then flex Judy over Richie James in a full PPR.
Probably. At that point, I'd probably just gamble for it.
Nicholas Howard made it to the ship. Thanks for all you do. It is a full PPR because he commented later with another super chat. Lazard, Chark, Deontay, or Sutton. If I'm only picking one and you need upside, if Christian Watson is out, then it's Alan Lazard. If Christian Watson plays and you need upside, I would go with DJ Chark.
Chark. Yep, I agree with Chark as well.
Also crazy to go Komet over Goddard for upside? I don't think so.
Not crazy, no.
If I needed upside, that's who I'd pay because he tore Detroit apart last time. Chris, In a half PPR, bench 1, DK, Devontae, or Ramondre Stevenson.
I'm guessing that's Devontae Smith. I'm guessing.
That's what I was guessing too.
That's what I kind of going to. So if that's the case, if I had to sit one, I hate to do it, but it's probably Devontae Smith.
If I
Even though
wanted
I hate
upside, would I start DK and Devontae Smith?
If you want to just go straight upside, then it's the 2 wide receivers.
Charles Grosso. If Ramondre is out or not out, I have him in the flex. Keep him or replace with Christian Kirk, Deontay Foreman, Cole Kmet. Thanks, guys. Me personally, I put Kirk in.
I mean, Kirk is probably the safer option, but as long as Ramondre plays, which I imagine he's going to.
Oh, yeah. If Ramondre plays, I'm leaving Ramondre.
Then he's staying in there. Yep.
The second reel. In my first championship match since 2015, thanks to y'all, second reel, you did it. Glad we could be a part of the ride. Much appreciated. So my advice on QB this week is Purdy, Mike White, or chance it with Herbert.
I mean, Purdy's probably the safest option there. If you're just looking for the safe floor, it's Purdy. If you want to gamble on the highest upside, it's probably Mike White, but there's just a lot of risk there. If it's me, you want to play it safer, I probably just go Purdy.
Devin Chakowski in a full PPR. Higgins, Garrett Wilson, or Juju. I'm going Garrett Wilson. Oh, wait, no.
I'm going with T. Higgins.
I've got T. Higgins higher in a PPR.
I'm going with T. Higgins.
Well, actually, no. In a PPR, I'd have Garrett Wilson higher.
I just don't trust Mike White enough to sit T. Higgins. My name is Jake, and I am on the record of going T. Higgins.
Garrett Wilson gets so many targets, though. Garrett Wilson, for me, is safer. Higgins has more upside. And then Mike White or Purdy?
Purdy's just safer, yep.
Nicholas Howard, that was in response to his other question. Got that. Blair Davis becoming a member for the 8th month. Pick 3 wide receivers to start. From McLaurin, Pittman, Zay Jones, and Gabe Davis. I'm sitting Pittman.
Yeah, I mean, he's also got Hollywood Brown and Elijah Moore, not starting them. So, yeah, I'll
yeah.
To pick the 3 would be McLaurin, Zay Jones, and Gabe Davis.
Boom. Full PPR. Thanks, guys, for the advice. Blair, you're welcome. Thanks for being a member. Tony T in a full PPR. Need 1 for the flex from Garrett Wilson, Mike Williams, Kenneth Walker, or Tyler Algier. Full PPR. Just 1.
If you're chasing the upside, it's Garrett Wilson.
Yep.
If you want to play it the safest and just get that safe floor play, it's Tyler Algier.
Boom. Nailed it. Paris Lark and a half PPR. Mike Williams, Dotson, the Muth, or Rashad White. I'm going Mike Williams here.
Yeah, I probably will gamble with him at that point.
Alexander Jackson becoming a new member. Alexander, welcome into the exclusive Headliner Nation family. Raymond sending a $5 dono. Raymond, appreciate you. Sapper with a 10 bomb. What's up, guys? In the finals for the 2nd year in a row in a 16-team half PPR.
Nice.
The lineup right now is Herbert, the Doomtar, Judy, Connor, Kamara, and Kittle. Najee in the flex with the Giants defense. London, Dotson, Purdy, Minshew. Any changes? Thanks, fantasy gods. If you want more upside, is it crazy to say Minshew over Herbert?
No, and not if you want to try to chase. Depending on the team that you're playing, if you feel like you're going to have to chase some points, I think Minshew has that higher ceiling in that offense.
Yep, and then same thing kind of goes for me at the tight end position. If you want upside, keep Judy in. If you want more safety, go with Drake London.
Yes, at wide receiver, not tight end.
That's what I meant. My bad. Abraham, late gone. Becoming a member for the 2nd month. Love the content this whole year. Thank you so much. Are we going the Giants or Philly defense? We got the Giants with more upside, right?
Yep, going against Indianapolis. Yep.
Boom. Aaron Hassinger becoming a new member. Aaron, welcome into the exclusive Headliner Nation family. Rondon Martinez, Carlson, Dicker, or Gano. And then the same question, Philly or New York Giants defense, going with the Giants.
The Giants, and then honestly, I like Carlson still because I think they have to kick it a lot, but I feel like one of the safer options is just Dicker the kicker.
Rico's right. I need 3. Swift, Jacobs, Gabe, Sutton, Dobbs, or Algier. I feel like to mix a little bit of everything in here, put it in the pot, and stir it together. It's Jacobs, Algier, and Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis. That's what I was talking about.
Woo.
That's what I'm talking about.
If
Love it.
Christian Watson doesn't play, then I'll go Dobbs over Gabe Davis.
Love it.
Boom. Gets knowledge. Thank you guys. Need to win, baby. Rodgers, Trevor, or Daniel Jones?
Rodgers, Trevor. Right now, Trevor Lawrence is the highest I got. Was that for me?
That was to Anthony.
What did Anthony do to deserve that?
Alfredo, Alvera, Jacob Stevenson, Algier, Najee in a full PPR. Pick 2.
Who is this?
Alfredo Alvera.
Okay. Full PPR, picking 2. I think it's just one of those situations. I don't want to start Josh Jacobs and Ramondre Stevenson together because that is a ton of risk. But it's also a risk sitting them. I mean, I think if you want to gamble, the full gamble is Jacob Stevenson. If you want to play it a little bit safer, it's Stevenson Algier. But I mean, that's a lower ceiling overall.
Aaron, we did answer your question. Full PPR, pick 1. D-Hop, Watson, DJ Moore, Deontay. We said Christian Watson if he plays. If he doesn't, DJ Moore. Are we done with Alfredo? Sorry.
Yes.
Kevin Duran. Just wanted to say thank you so much this season to confirm the wide receiver A.J. Brown, Hopkins, and Dobbs over Hodgins and Juju and flex who again?
Is this from a previous question? I got to scroll back up.
This was the one where we didn't know if it was A.J. Brown or Marquise Brown.
I got you. There it is. Okay, so read me the new one again so I can see the other names.
A.J. Brown, Hopkins, and Dobbs over Hodgin and Juju, and then flex who?
That's only if Christian
I would
Watson
flex Juju there. If Watson doesn't play, then I would put Hodgins in over Dobbs and move Dobbs to the bench.
Exactly. That's all dependent on if Christian Watson plays or not. But otherwise, then Juju becomes the flex.
Yep. Bama becoming a member of the excessive chub tier for 12 months. That's right. We're the one pill where you can have excessive chub for 12 months and you don't need to see a doctor. And a full PPR, I need 2 wide receivers and 1 flex. Judy, Mike Williams, Lazard, Ayuk, James Cook, and Tyler Algier. I'm in the championship because of y'all. Thanks for all you do. No, you're in the championship because of you.
That's right.
But thank you. We appreciate being along for the ride.
That's right.
2 wide receivers, Judy, Williams, Lazard, and Ayuk. It's Williams and Lazard for me.
If Watson sits.
If Watson sits.
If Watson plays, are we going with Williams and...
Probably go with Judy.
Williams
if I want to play
Judy.
it safe. If I want more upside, it's Ayuk.
Okay. And then for the flex, we're going Tyler Algier.
Boom. Yes.
Got it.
Ricky with the 20 bomb. Ricky being a legend in the chat tonight.
Hashtag Ricky.
Thank you, guys. I have Higgins in a finals. Wasn't sure who to draft to begin the season, and Waddle in another finals because of the call that Waddle will be more efficient with less targets thanks to the offseason content. We did kind of nail Higgins and Waddle, I tell you what.
We nailed both those guys this year. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we did what?
We totally redeemed ourselves.
Gets knowledge. PPR down to CD and Schultz. Need 3. Chubb, Austin Eckler, Algier, Etienne, or Stevenson.
I mean, I think at this point we're just chasing straight points, right? Because we got to make up for CD and Schultz.
Mm-hmm.
So Austin Eckler, Travis Etienne, and Nick Chubb, and just hope for some big games.
Ricky, Higbee, Dotson, or Donovan Peoples-Jones need upside. It's Dotson for me.
Yes, Jahan Dotson.
Great team alliance in the championship. Lost Henry. Pick 1 running back 2 and then somebody for the flex in a full PPR. Walker, Pacheco, Dillon, Richie James, and Romeo Doubs.
In a full PPR. Man, I think if you want to play it safest, you go A.J. Dillon as your running back 2, and then your flex play, you go with Kenneth Walker if you want to gamble, Pacheco if you want to play it safer. I'm going with the running backs here.
Boom. Gets knowledge. Should I be nervous for any Jag players due to the meaningless game early poll? I mean, Doug Peterson says that they're going to play to win this game.
Yeah, I mean, and you got to think of it this way, and Kyle's been telling people all week long, if they get a lead and pull their players, hopefully the reason they got that lead is for the players we've already started and they've scored their fantasy points already. Yep. That's kind of what we're hoping for.
Stephen Laird, 6-point pass touchdown. Teddy B, Mike White, or Wentz. Love ya. Stephen, love you too.
Teddy B, Mike White, or Carson Wentz. I have Teddy B as the highest ranked out of all of them.
Jacoby Myers or Rashad White in a full PPR flex.
I probably lean towards Rashad White by a hair, only because I'm hoping for the touchdown.
Hunter Locks, thanks for the help. 4th seed in 4 leagues. Video ideas about rookies coming into the league and maybe second-year projection after the season. Yep, we've done college content before. We had a separate channel for college content. We're bringing it over to this channel this year, though. So for this year, you're going to get everything you need right here. We're going to talk about that tonight. We're going to give you guys a heads up into what's coming in for this offseason. Yep. Richard Oliveira, Aaron Jones, or Dylan Njoku.
Or Knox.
New York Giants, or Philadelphia Kamara. What?
Okay, there's a lot going on here.
There's a lot.
The first one would be Aaron Jones or A.J. Dillon. I think if you want to play it safe, it's A.J. Dillon. If you're willing to risk it for the biscuit, then it's Aaron Jones for the higher ceiling. Between Njoku or Knox, I probably lean Njoku. The New York Giants or Philadelphia, we have the Giants higher, but Kamara has nobody to compare him to, so I don't know what we mean for Kamara. I don't know who he's supposed to be compared with, or chosen between, or picked against,
Richard,
or selected from.
Let us know. Alex Schmidt, start quarterback. Minshew, Jones, Purdy, or White.
Is that? I'm guessing that's Daniel Jones. Yes. I don't know who S. Jones is. Daniel Jones. I have Daniel Jones 1 spot higher than Minshew.
Pick 2 in a PPR: Swift, Walker, or Algier.
Algier is going to be one of them, and then I'm probably going to think if you want to play it safer, it's Walker for the volume. If you want to gamble for the upside, being that it's PPR, then you go Swift.
Wide receiver 2, Mike Williams, Dobbs, Ayuk, or Richie James. I'd probably go Mike Williams no matter what.
I agree.
Mike Garza with the 10 bomb. Evening, gents. Full PPR, need 2. DK Metcalf, Garrett Wilson, Tyler Algier, and Dobbins. If you want all the upside in a full PPR, we're going DK Metcalf and Garrett Wilson here.
Yep, I agree with that for the upside side of it. If you want to play it safer, the safer option would probably be Wilson and Algier.
Gets knowledge. Y'all are awesome. Last one, Kirk, Pittman, or Dotson. Kirk safer, Dotson more upside.
Yep, Dotson's the bigger gamble with the higher upside. Kirk's probably the safer play.
Vance Roberts going for a chip win, 3rd year in a row because of the boys. 14-man full PPR. Do I play D-Hop, Judy, Cooks, or Pickens with my last flex spot? Judy is probably going to be your safest bet between like floor and ceiling. Like, he's got the smallest gap, in my opinion.
Highest ceiling, probably George Pickens, but the biggest risk.
Yep. EJ Rodriguez with the 10 bomb. Herbert is my quarterback, starting Keenan Allen in a PPR. Pick 1 running back, 1 wide receiver, and a flex. Mike Williams, Dotson, Pittman, Juju, Miles Sanders, James Cook, or Zach Moss. Big money on the line. So for the running back position, Miles Sanders, James Cook, or Zach Moss. Going Miles Sanders there?
That's Miles Sanders, yep.
1 running back, Mike Williams, Dotson, Pittman, or Juju. I would go Dotson since you're already playing two Chargers. But then the question is, he needs a flex. Do we flex Mike Williams, Pittman, or Juju?
I think if you're already going to kind of gamble a little bit at wide receiver, then you kind of play it a little bit safer with Juju, being that it's a full PPR.
K. Scott becoming a member for the 7th month. Sorry, I thought I heard something. Becoming a member for the 7th month. Battle for 4th place and 500 smackaroos. And a full PPR, 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex. Mixon, Fournette, Pirine, Rashad White, Chase Edmonds. It's got to be Mixon and Fournette.
100%, yep.
Mixon and Fournette. And then for the 3 wide receivers, Pittman, Lazard, Watson, Hopkins, and DJ Chark. Watson if he plays, and then I'm going to go Hopkins and Chark.
Yes, and if Watson doesn't play, then I go to Lazard.
Lazard, Hopkins, and Chark. Yep. And then we need to flex 1. Do we flex Pittman?
I would almost rather flex. Yeah. Who do they got again? The Giants. Oh, yeah. Oof. I think you want to play it safe or you flex for Rashad White. I think if you want to gamble a little bit, then it's Pittman. If it's me personally, I'm probably going Rashad White and taking the safer play.
Yeah, that makes sense. Alfredo. Alvera. Pick 2 in a full PPR. Mike Williams, Gabe Dotson, and Zay Jones.
2
Mike
in a
Williams
full
and Gabe
PPR.
Davis here.
Yep. I'm going balls out on that one and going for both those guys.
If you want to be more safe, I probably go Mike Williams, Zay Jones. If you want to be safe. Crooksah. In a standard league, running backs, we need to start 2 and then flex 1. Lenny, Foreman, Bam, and Singletary. Lenny and Foreman here.
Yep. Out of those options, yeah.
And then flex Singletary.
Yep.
Wide receiver, start 1, flex 1. Myers, Ayuk, Dotson, and Chark. It's a standard league. So for me, it's Dotson and Chark.
Chark, yep. Standard league, I'm just chasing those big play touchdowns.
Dustin Meyer in a full PPR, pick 4. Montgomery, Swift, Dobbins, Bam Knight, Najee, and Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara is going to be 1.
Yep.
Najee's going to be 2.
Yep, Najee's 2. Dobbins will be 3. 4. In a full PPR, I'll gamble and go with DeAndre Swift.
Boom. Nailed it. Looking to be the back-to-back champ. Good luck this week. Ricky with the 10 bomb. These other channels need to stop saying touchdown regression is a reason to avoid stud players like Eckler. Has 1 TD less than last year and 2 games to go, and Henry has 3 more than last year. It's not necessarily touchdown regression that bothers me. It's people using that as the sole purpose to not draft somebody.
Yeah. That's
people
the biggest
can
issue.
have touchdown regression and you still want to draft them.
Yeah. I mean, so say Austin Eckler had 13 touchdowns and he regressed slightly in touchdowns. He's still like the RB2 on the year, RB3 maybe. You still want those guys. You know, they can afford. People are like, oh, we got to avoid Derrick Henry after his 2,000-yard season because he's going to have regression. Cool. He could regress like 80 points and still be in the top 5. I want top 5 players. So you got to kind of be careful with that kind of stuff.
Yep. Bibby K with the 10 bomb. Been watching you guys for 3 years now and potentially going to 3P. Ooh, makes sense, Bibby. Appreciate all you do. Who should I start? I need to bench 1. St. Brown, Hopkins, Higgins, Godwin, K9, Kamara, and Jacobs. Hopkins if we're sitting one of them?
Yeah.
I thought you froze for a second.
No, I'm thinking, yeah. I mean, I have my worries about some of the others, but yeah, Hopkins is the one that I probably sit there.
JD White, Fields, Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, Tyreek Hill, Jacob Sanders, Kelsey Eckler, and Chark. Should I flex Murray or Slayton or just leave my lineup how it is in a full PPR? I leave it how it is.
I leave it how you have it as well.
Michael Sepulveda. What up, Michael? What's up, guys? Hope you've been well. I need a QB2 for the ship. Deshaun Watson, Teddy Bridgewater, Mike White, who he dropped for Teddy. I still go with Teddy Bridgewater there.
Out of those options, I agree.
All caught up in Super Chat.
Deshaun Watson hasn't done anything worth being excited about. Okay, Kyle. So we're all caught up there. We kind of been teasing for a little bit about next year, about what it is that's going to happen. I mentioned that how members are going to have an opportunity to help pick some of the upcoming topics for the off season. We are going to, I don't want to make it sound like we're drastically changing things, but we're going to make the videos a lot more, I mean, I don't want to say entertaining because I don't feel like they were not entertaining, but this is the first off season that we have
energy.
Kyle. Yes, high energy, because this is the first off season that Kyle doesn't have another full-time job to worry about. This is the first off season that Taylor, our behind the scenes guy, our editor, he doesn't have a full-time job to worry about because he's full-time here. So now we can put our full effort into an off season for the first time in like 6 years. So I expect things to step up a little bit here in 2023. We're going to start doing a lot more midweek live streams. We're going to start doing, trying to get people's opinions on certain things, certain players that you want to hear about, topics that maybe you've heard something about, but you don't know, believe it or not. We can really go in depth with certain things. So I'm looking forward to that. What are you confused about, Kyle?
Brian said my lineup question didn't get answered. We don't have a super chat from him, though.
I see nothing from anybody named Brian.
Yes, JD White becoming a member of Holden Chubb. What up, JD? Welcome into the exclusive Headliner Nation family. Yes, more members only Zooms.
Yes.
That's definitely going to happen over the off season, where we'll drop Zoom links in Discord and y'all can just hop in and chat with us about whatever you want to. We have some things going on right now where we plan on trying to include the members in some content. Some of our higher outstanding members who have been around for a while. So,
yes,
going to do something like that. We're definitely going to take a deeper dive on the college side for members this year. So we're going to do video film breakdown over the year of college players, over the off season of college players, and then still doing film breakdowns of even our NFL players. So you're going to get more of those over the offseason as well. So if you like the film breakdowns, those will definitely still be out there for all of you.
Yes.
We have a few more things as well that we're working on that are going to take a little bit more time because there's things happening behind the scenes that we have to have happen before we can say, yeah, this is going to happen or not. So those things are still going on too. Lots of those. And then as far as headliner meetups, yes, we are trying to plan those. We are trying to be a thing. There are several spots that are up for debate right now. We've talked about.
Yes. Nashville was
Vegas.
one of them.
Wait, what was the first one?
Nashville was one.
Nashville, Las Vegas. Potentially Kansas City, but there's some things in play there where we don't know if that will happen or not.
And that'll be for around the NFL draft.
Around the draft. Potentially the Chicago area in February, because Jake and I were actually invited to speak at the University of Illinois about the business.
Yep.
So we're going to go give a presentation and sit on a little committee and stuff or not committee, but what's that called? I said committee. It's not a
It's
committee.
A conference, but we're going to sit on some panel where
a panel.
We can talk.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're going to sit on a panel. So we're going to be in the Chicago area. So that's something that will be potentially in the works as well as soon as we get all that stuff sorted out. Ricky, Vegas 2023 meetup. Let's do it. That stuff is going to depend on the other things that we do. Like if we end up doing something in Kansas City around draft time, Vegas might end up being out of the question, but we'll have to kind of see how fluid those things can be.
Yeah, it's definitely in the works, but
we are not doing Canton, Ohio this year. We are not going to the Fantasy Football Conference. F that garbage.
Yeah, we're not going back there. I mean, it's just not a great place to go and do a whole lot. It's not really.
It's not for all of you.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with it. I'm going to be honest with y'all right now. This whole thing was developed because they wanted to put together this big thing for people to come and talk about fantasy football, and 95% of the people that show up to it are people who consider themselves analysts or work in the industry in some capacity, and all of their events are tied to the people who do that. There's nothing set up there for you guys.
Yeah, and we would much rather do something. No, we want to do something for the community. We're not trying to go impress other analysts. That's not our cup of tea. So that's not what we're going to do. We definitely want to find ways. She's not going to Vegas with us. That's probably a good idea, Anna. But yeah, we want to make sure that 2023 makes it, even though it's been super interactive up to this point, makes it even more interactive than it has been in the past. And we do that by people continuing to watch off-season videos and subscribing to the videos, hitting the like button, becoming members. That's what helps do all that stuff. We aren't just sitting back getting rich on YouTube. We're turning around and taking that stuff and putting it in to other things. So we couldn't be doing it without you guys.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you're a member right now and you can continue to be a member the entire off season, if you're willing and able, that is going to help us plan some of these things. It's going to help us do different upgrades and things that we would want to. If you're in the $15 or the $10 or the $20 tier and you're like, all right, I just don't need to do that over the off season, instead of canceling fully, think about just moving back to one of the tiers and still get in. Remember the $10 tier, if you want access to everything in Discord except the ticketing system, that is what you'd want to stay in.
Mm-hmm.
And then even if you're I can't be a member all off season, keep coming back to the videos. That's the biggest thing for us. Because not only does viewership over the off season help us with Jake, this might be a little too TMI for them. I won't tell them everything, but not only does views obviously help us with YouTube over the off season, but views help us with sponsors over the off season as well.
Yeah, we can't get into too much detail on that, but I can tell you that we already have multiple sponsors lined up and locked in for 2023.
Yep.
And I mean, a lot of it has to do with giveaways for things for people and stuff like that we want to bring back again. So there's a ton of stuff that's upcoming. But like I said, yeah, we definitely need the support throughout the year if possible.
Richard Oliveria, pick 2 for the flex. Jones, Dillon, McKinnon, and Dotson in a half PPR. Is it Jones and McKinnon?
Yeah, probably. I'm probably shooting for that ceiling there.
Aaron with the 10 bomb for the quarterback. White, Minshew, or Purdy? Already starting A.J. Brown, Waddle, Watson, or Dobbs. The Muth, Higgins, and his opponent has Burrow and Garrett Wilson.
Well, I'm just going to, being that you have A.J. Brown, I'm going to go with the stack there and go with Minshew.
Daniel says, shout out to your channel. Watch all of your guys' videos, and I got the draft guide. I'm in the playoffs, going for the championship. I'm a headliner. Yes,
you better
love
believe
it.
it.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. Aaron with that 10 bomb, we appreciate you. Case Scott, thanks for putting in the work. We truly appreciate the work you always do. Can we give Anna a standing ovation for her work? Anna, thank you for being an awesome moderator this year, even though when we do give you certain things, you try to overstep your boundaries. Tony R 481 in a PPR league. Pick 1. K9, Monty, or DJ Moore. Playing ETN, Ingram, and the Jags defense. Should I sit any of them for the above players and play Higbee for Ingram?
I probably still stick with Ingram. K9, Monty, or DJ Moore in a full PPR. I kind of feel like DJ Moore is probably the safest option there. You have to stand up for a standing ovation, but then, Buck, all you're going to see is our junk on camera.
Yeah, I'm not wearing pants right now.
I got pants on.
I don't. Never pants.
I do.
Ricky is still shouting for the Vegas 2023 meetup. He wants that. James Parker. I have Mahomes, Jefferson, Amon-Ra, Keenan Allen as a flex. McKinnon as RB1. Need help with RB2. Fournette or Robinson. That's a crazy lineup there with lots of upside. I probably take the safety of Robinson.
I probably agree with you.
Harrison Sanford, is Brian Robinson for the play of the week, or is it playoff Lenny in a PPR? Got CMC and Saquon as the main RBs. Ooh.
I mean, a full PPR, Lenny's not bad. I still think that Brian Robinson probably has the safer floor for you this week. And being that you already have CMC and Saquon, some guys with some high ceilings, I probably play it slightly safer and go with B-Rob.
Juju, 89. Nope, that's not correct. VVHS20 becoming a member for the 3rd month. I need help. Who do I start for the running backs and flex? Cook, Mixon, Robinson, and Walker.
So we need 2 running backs and a flex play. I'm probably still going with Cook, Mixon. Man. I'm going with Cook, Mixon, and B-Rob.
Cook, Mixon, and B-Rob. George Arana becoming a new member. George, welcome into the exclusive Headliner Nation family. Juju 89. Hopkins seems risky right now with the injury report today for the replacement. Drake London, Jacoby Myers, or Greg Dortch. I mean, Drake London's going to be your safest replacement.
Probably, because you know he's going to see a lot of targets in that offense.
Tony
Desmond Ritter's
T
basically logged on to him.
Tony T in a full PPR, needed tight end. Andrews, Waller, or Conklin. I have Waller the highest of them. And then need 2 wide receivers. Evans, Juju, Lazard, McLaurin, or Wilson. If that's Garrett Wilson and we're looking for upside, if we want upside, I'm going McLaurin and Wilson. If you want to be safer, then I'm going to go Wilson and Lazard if there is no Christian Watson. If there is Christian Watson, then I stick with Wilson and McLaurin.
Part of me worries a little bit that I would rather go with Wilson and Evans over Wilson and McLaurin. Even though I
still
know
have
that
McLaurin higher this week.
I know, I just think that Evans is. I think Brady goes after that total for him, and that they got to win, and that's what worries me. The UPS guy looked at me funny when I came into the mail Christmas presents today. Anna out there taking care of us Santa's Christmas presents.
Anna, did you tell him to suck it?
She did not, because for reasons.
I would have told him to suck it. I know for a fact that Jake, multiple times in the last year, has told USPS or UPS people to suck it.
Not to their face. I used to work for UPS for a long time, so I do have a sense of appreciation for what they do. But when
I'm
they just
talking
start
about like the front workers that were rude to you when you tried to mail stuff.
Oh, that was the US Postal Service.
Yeah, USPS.
Yeah, USPS, not UPS.
Yes.
I went off in a post office. I damn near went postal in one of those things this year. That dude was rude as all hell, and I made sure he knew about it.
I loaded trucks on third shift, went home and slept for 2 hours, went to school, and then went to baseball practice.
Wow.
Tony T. I already answered you. My bad. Juan Pablo Benito from Barcelona, Spain for the championship.
Wow. Spain
Greetings from Spain. In a PPR, we need 2 running backs and a flex. Etienne, Algier, Knight, Swift, Pacheco, and Foreman. I mean, Etienne and Algier for me.
That's where I'm going as well.
And then we need a flex as well from Swift, Knight, Pacheco, Foreman, Lazard, and Ayuk. If there's no Christian Watson, it's Lazard. If there is Christian Watson, do you go Swift over Lazard in a full PPR? Or do you go Ayuk?
I'd probably go Ayuk personally.
Ayuk. And for the defense, Pats, Bucks, or Chiefs?
Pats, Bucks, or Chiefs? I got the Bucks the highest. Josh out there saying he still works for UPS. What do you do, Josh? Do you load trucks? Do you unload trucks? Do you sort packages?
I used to dance in the back of the trucks.
I'm not going to lie. I mean, obviously I was like 18 years old, so it's a long time ago, but I had fun working at UPS.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
It was fun. It was hotter than all hell in the summertime in Arizona. You'd open up one of those semi trucks, it'd be like 130 degrees, and you got to go in there. Yeah, that sucked balls.
Young, Krylo. Flex 1, Garrett Wilson, DJ Moore, or Swift, play Waddle. Yes, I'm playing Waddle, and if I need to flex somebody, it's going to be Garrett Wilson of these 3.
Yep.
Short, fat dude, haven't played since 2019. Started watching you fellas again, and I'm in the chip. Yes.
Like it.
Need 2 wide receivers from Davis, Wilson, and Allen. I'm going to go Wilson and Allen here. And Davis, 2 running backs from Walker, Stevenson, and Lenny.
Does it say this is a half PPR?
It doesn't say if it's half or full. Oh, it does say half.
It does say half PPR. I'd probably gamble, go Stevenson and Lenny still.
Pucks. Nope. Ricky. Meetup for the draft will be July, August. No, it would be like when the draft happens.
End of April in Kansas City at the draft.
Yep. Pucks with the 2-time. PPR, pick 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, and 1 tight end and 1 flex. So Mike White, Herbert, or Minshew?
If you want to play it safer, you go Minshew. If you want to gamble, it's Herbert. Personally, I'm going Minshew.
And then 2 running backs, Chubb, Jacobs, Foreman, and Hubbard. I'm going Chubb and Jacobs.
Yep, I am too.
1 tight end, Taysom, Njoku, or Jawan Johnson. Njoku's my highest ranked tight end this week. Just think about it this way. I know some of you were like, yo, Kyle, great call on Taysom Hill last week. Taysom Hill actually underperformed last week.
Yeah.
He should have smashed.
Now,
and if he didn't score that touchdown, he would have been awful.
I will say that if for some reason Alvin Kamara is some surprise inactive
then
or something crazy, then all of a sudden I'm going back to Taysom Hill again.
Yes. Yep. And then we need to flex one person out of everybody else. Pickens would be my bet for the flex there.
Yep. Josh says he used to do all that hub stuff, load, unload, sort for 17 years. Past 3 years, been training people to drive 18-wheelers. Love it. I used to love doing that. I used to be like on different belts that were different colors, and like I'd be like the pick off at the top, and I'd be sorting boxes and Yeah, I used to love doing all that kind of stuff. I was in damn good shape back then, Kyle.
Samesies.
I had like abs back then.
Samesies.
Now?
Now look at us.
Man, now we're just old.
Don Watts with the 10 bomb. How do you guys feel about this lineup? Quarterback 1, Patrick Mahomes. Quarterback 2, Joe Burrow. Absolutely love that. Running back 1, McKinnon. Running back 2, Lenny. Wide receiver, Smith and Williams. Tight ends, Ingram. Flex, Myers, Algier. Quarterback 3, Cousins. You can start 3 quarterbacks in this league. What in the hell kind of league do you play in?
That's a lot of damn quarterbacks.
Swift, Cooks, Sutton, Peoples, Jones, Goddard. I'm saying with what you have there.
I agree. I'm not changing anything.
Darth Desmond. Hey, gang. How's everyone's holiday? What up, Ben?
Doing fan-damn-tastic.
Ben, you've got some nice cards in the mail on the way to you. Brady Myers, Kamara, Monty, or Akers is my RB2.
Right now, I'm still going Kamara.
Boom, nailed it. Roger, Mahor, Flex, Akers, McLaurin, or Zay Jones.
It doesn't say if it's PPR or not. I think if it's not PPR, if it's standard, I'm going with the safest play would be Akers. The gamble would be McLaurin. If it's anything PPR related, then I lean towards Zay Jones.
And then Taysom Hill, Muth, or Higbee. I've got the Muth the highest this week out of those 3.
Yep.
Leo Vernaccio. Hey, guys, bench
raise.
Metcalf or Hopkins for Dotson or Dobbs if Watson is out. I'm benching Hopkins for Dotson anyway. And then I would bench Hopkins for Dobbs if Watson is out.
What about the rest of the question?
Or start Khalil Herbert or George Pickens in my flex. I would go Pickens over Herbert in the flex.
Now, yeah, that I agree with.
And then Bama 75, should I start Taysom Hill this week?
He's laughing. Anna said that I still have abs. They're just hidden now, like all those extreme strong men.
This is true.
Anna's getting a raise. She's going to get a raise.
I've been to the gym 3 times this week.
Okay.
Played a little basketball yesterday. My leg is killing me today.
We heard. Way to go. Do you have abs yet?
Yep.
Perfect.
They're hidden.
Attaboy. Don't sleep on the Ravens D. We're not sleeping on the Ravens D.
Who said we were sleeping on the Ravens D?
M. Flanagan.
I know, but when did we say that?
I don't think we did say that. Probably because, I mean, if I had to guess, it's because they're playing Pittsburgh, and you said you'd put Pickens in the flex. If I had to guess, I don't know if that's sleeping on the D, but whatever.
I don't get that. Anyway, Game Dandy. I'm in the final. RB1 Chubb, RB2 Cook, flex Connor, Kenneth Walker on the bench. I'm worried about playing Chubb in a standard league. In a standard league, I'm definitely doing it.
What is on my camera?
What?
Something just crawled across my camera. I don't know what it was. It's like something. Hold on. Weird.
Anna said, "What the hell? What did I miss?"
I think there's like a damn stink bug in here or something. I tried to flick it and move it, but I don't see anything. The Grudge. Yeah, it was weird. I don't know. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye on my camera. Weird.
Oh my God.
I have no idea where that came from. Cheers to the New Year's. Wishing Headliner Nation health and prosperity in the new year. Jose, absolutely. Thank you very much. It was terrifying.
So, Game Dandy, back to your question. In a standard league, I'm playing Chubb.
Yes.
Chubb is the definition of standard leagues.
Yes, 100%.
If I were sitting anybody in a standard league, it would probably be Connor, but I will still go with this here.
Yeah.
It took almost all of Jake's screen.
Well, I mean, you look a little down tonight. Everything good? Dude, I am good. But, I mean, I'll be completely honest with everybody. Both me and Kyle are burnt the hell out right now.
Oh, my God, yes.
I mean, we haven't had great night sleeps and normal days for 17 weeks. So, I mean, we're burned out. But as far as being good,
1 week to go, baby.
As far as being good, we're always good to go.
Oh, yeah.
I have to wake up early tomorrow. I have a 10.5-hour drive tomorrow. Me and my son are driving down to Tampa to go see the Bucks and Panthers play. So,
Ricky, finals lineup. Number 1 with the 10 bomb, Purdy, Eckler Jones, Waddle, St. Brown, McKinnon, Kmet. Finals lineup number 2, Joey B. Burrow, Joe Mixon, James Conner, Walker, St. Brown, Higgins, and Kmet.
A lot going on Kmet, but as long as Kmet has a good game, you should be in very good shape.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now 9 p.m. in the evening. Jake has to get on the road early tomorrow morning, so we are going to end things here. But hey, good luck. And for all of you, I will still be live Sunday morning before the games as usual. So I will be back here Sunday morning. We'll have some more updated information about injuries and things like that. We'll be good to go, and we'll be right back here Sunday morning for the members only live stream. Become a member if you've been thinking about doing and haven't done it yet. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to give another shout out to my boy Kalafa for 50 gifted members tonight. I got to give a shout out to Nick for another 10 gifted members as well, and for the countless donations out there. Thanks,
Ricky just keeps putting in work out there. Ricky just dang helping supply the nation right now.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, for Jake and myself,
he's got
have
one
a
more
great
here.
rest of your evening. Have a great New Year's as well. I'll see you. Oh, wait.
Ricky has one last here.
Oh, he has what?
Ricky went another one here. Ricky just like he's putting in work. That's what I said last week in the last week in the semis with Henry and Saquon. And on the starting lineup, SMA, you'll shake my head. Was that Tater Miles crawling across Jake's screen? Very possible, Ricky. You never know where you're going to find that guy.
Josh, with a $50 note donation. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's, Josh. Much appreciate your amazing
Hashtag Josh in the
generosity.
chat.
Thank you, Josh.
Love that. Appreciate that.
Tony T, 3 leagues and 3 finals. Thanks for the great content. Full PPR, need 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a flex. 2 running backs, Connors, Stevenson, and Algier.
2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a flex. I'm going with Connor. I'm going with Stevenson. 2 wide receivers. I'm going Wilson and Evans. And then in the flex, if you want to play it safer, you go Algier. If you want to gamble, then it's Devontae Adams.
Did you just answer that entire question?
Yes.
Oh. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. For Jake and myself, we're going to get out of here. Peace out. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Have a safe, happy New Year's. If you're going to be out partying tomorrow night, call an Uber, a Lyft, have a friend drive you, whatever it is. Do not get on the road if you've been out partying. I want to see you all bright and early Sunday morning before the games kick off. Love you all. Peace out. Stay safe, Headliner Nation, and we'll see you in a couple days.
When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid.